I fucking said the wrong thing. I said we have. I meant to say we have got a show for you, and I said shoe. Damn autocorrect.
Well, we are live. Hello, everyone.
Oh shit!
To the Kick Out of My podcast. This week, we have a lot of special plans for each and every one of you. So you better have eyes in the back of your head, because we're coming.
We got plans. We got plans, and just like Booker T said to Hogan, "We coming for you." That's all he said.
That's all he said.
That's the only thing he said. Sorry, kidney beans, you don't get shoes. It was a Freudian slip. It was autocorrect. It was supposed to be show, not shoe. I can't afford the amount of shoes to give out to fans.
Well, how you doing, Kidney Beans? Good name. Decrepit Storm, how you doing? He says, I don't need any more shoes, EA. And then he waves.
Yes, hello. Like I said, I messed that up. But it would have only been one shoe, if anything else, just a shoe. You're gonna have to get the other one. You have to put it on layaway and get the other one.
Yeah. So, how have you guys been doing this week?
This past weekend, I was on a Korean watching movie experience.
Thought you were about to say like a Korean ship tour or something for some reason.
No, I just watched two movies. I watched a movie called I Saw the Devil, and it's definitely a movie that I would probably never watch again just because of how incredibly depressing and fucked up it is. It's a crazy, crazy movie, but it's really good. It's definitely one of those movies you watch once and then never see again. And then I saw another Korean movie I think it's called A Bittersweet Life. And that one, like after watching I Saw the Devil, you know, it was still depressing, but it was a happy kind of depressing. You know what I mean? Like it didn't, make you. Oh, trust me. The ending of I Saw the Devil is one of those. I'm still thinking about it. Like I'm like, damn.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's terrible. It's a good movie, but I mean terrible as in just depressing.
What have you been doing, Satsuki?
Relaxing.
Nice.
Finishing up some of the games. I finally finished the Crimson Flower route for Fire Emblem 3 houses. So I'll finally be going into the other houses probably. I think I'm going to give Fire Emblem like a decent break. Probably going to be like a month or so. But I can finally go into, Blue Lions, or the one I'm aiming to go for this time is Golden Deer. So just been finishing games. Next week, Stellar Blade, or not next week. This Friday, Stellar Blade is supposed to come out, so I'm going to play it Saturday. And then I think next week I'll play Persona 3. So I got my lineup ready.
Nice. Who you gonna go for in the Golden Deers?
Oh, as far as like romance wise, or you mean like who I want to kill first?
Why not both?
Romance wise, let's see. Who have I been looking at? Who does Golden Deer have? I know they have the short hair girl. She kind of interests me. Leone.
Oh yeah, Leone. Yeah. There's Marianne. There's Hilda.
Appearance wise, I think Hilda interests me the most. But I also kind of want to make this a little interesting. We'll see. We'll see how everybody's personality clicks with me. But if I was just going by appearance wise, I like Hilda the most. But we'll see. I'm guessing it's probably going to be Leone, but
Damn.
We'll see.
That is rather interesting. Me and Ellie do not like Leone. Like in the slightest. Ellie
That must mean
thinks
that
I
she's
like her.
evil.
No, you'll see. You'll see once you play the route why we don't like her. Well, Ellie thinks I do like her. I don't know why. But yeah. Trayvon says, "Yo, what's up?" Philip says, "Can
Hello.
the boys get more likes? I need more episodes and they need more exposure."
It's
true.
Hello, Phil.
Satsuki's daughter is currently starving.
Yeah.
Which daughter?
Someone should do something about that.
QRW6 says, "What up, KOA? Hope y'all day was well." It was. Had a pretty good day.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. But let's go ahead and let's get into. I think we got like a shorter show today. Because we don't have any questions this week for some reason. That was odd.
Well, we could make questions. We got to drop the thing in the chat.
That's true. Let me do that right now. As we start to get into the news.
We got the stuff to never give you the blues. Now let's get ready for the KOA.
It's Miracle!
Thank you, Mary.
All right.
All right.
Says, "Hi,
All
guys.
right.
I would like to apologize to Mr. Satsuki. If he could unblock me, I will try to do better."
Light ruler?
What did he do?
It's best not to talk about that. I'd rather not expose him.
I like how every time Light Ruler does something, you never explain it.
It's
awesome.
that bad.
I'm not in the business of exposing people unless they bring it upon themselves.
Well, the first news
That's why
topic.
there are no questions.
He was banned from asking questions.
Yep, it was all Light Ruler. He always made the on a scale from 1 to 10. Which Marvel character are you?
Our first question, or our first news, I should say, of the evening is Mappa cancels the Yuri on Ice film after 7 years in pre-production. This kind of semi blew up. It was some drama for the week. Just because you have the punching bag Mappa, and then you also have, them canceling one of their bigger series, which was Yuri on Ice. Have you guys seen Yuri on Ice before we even get into this?
A long time ago when it first came out, because I know it got like a lot of hype and everything. Couldn't tell you anything about it other than it had really good animation. It was about figure skating, and I think it was Boys Love too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a Russian guy in it.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
He's pretty cute.
like the the animation was really good.
What about you, Satsuki?
Yuri on Ice. I remember it being a popular thing, but I never checked it out myself. It didn't really interest me.
I watched it. I did a video on it when it came out. I loved it. I didn't think it was, the greatest thing ever made, but it was definitely like one of the first shows by Mappa that I think for a lot of other people that weren't nerdy into anime like me really opened up their eyes to. It was kind of like their first bit of exposure that they got when it comes to a more I don't know, like a more like a standard anime audience, a more casual viewer. And this film was announced you can even say 8 years ago. And they canceled it, and this made a lot of people mad, specifically the LGBTQ plus QA plus. I don't remember, but we'll just say LGBT for short. Community. A lot of people got really angry about that, and Dan Otaz Media, he's a member of that, and he sort of explained.
Oh, he is.
He is, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He told me a lot of stuff about it, and I think it's really interesting that community's reaction to it, because I think a lot of people generally on the outside, they'll see this and go, Yuri on Ice, that hasn't been relevant in years. Good on Mappa. Less anime, frees up their schedule, and all those things are true, but for this specific community, it's rather interesting because Yuri on Ice, according to some metrics, is actually more popular than a lot of their series they're covering now as a studio. For example, Chainsaw Man. Yuri on Ice is huge in terms of viewership compared to Chainsaw Man in terms of just in terms of the
That's
anime.
definitely true. That's definitely true for the anime. Chainsaw Man anime wasn't as big as people thought it was going to be.
It was definitely overhyped.
Yeah, they fucked up the scheduling on that one. It was supposed to be 2-core originally, and if that were the case, then it'd be a different story. But we're digressing a little bit. But yeah, a lot of people felt really betrayed by Mappa for canceling this because they had been waiting for years on this. Some other people were saying, like, even then, like, waited 7, nearly 8 years on this thing, and there have been no updates since the announcement. This film was supposed to come out in 2019. So it's one of those things where there's just a lot of really unhappy people on every kind of spectrum, whether you're a fan or not. And the only really kind of positive thing about this that most people seem to kind of understand is that less stuff for them to produce it and drop means better scheduling for the series that they're currently invested in. Now, the reason they gave for canceling this film was just there was a lot of different factors that led to it being canceled. And that to me just means money. So I imagine it took a long time to work on this film, and they could never get it up off the ground because it wasn't profitable in some way, and they tried to hold on to it, but they never could. And obviously, when you have a series like JJK, your Kakegurui, Chainsaw Man, Attack on Titan, all that stuff, it's like these series have much more upsides than Yuri on Ice monetarily. So I can see why they would definitely do that. But it's an interesting topic. Do you guys have any thoughts about this? Are you disappointed or find any
All
of
I
this
can
interesting?
all I could say is when it comes to waiting 7 years on an anime, those are amateur numbers. There are people that are still waiting for season 2 of many different shows, and will never see the light of day.
Yeah.
No Game, No Life is a big one. That if they came out with that, I think people would go crazy for it.
I honestly think a Yuri on Ice sequel would go pretty hard in today's day and age, but that's just me.
Yeah, if it's as popular as you say it is, it'll probably slap, as the kids say.
Yeah, it's lit.
Is lit like a tit?
Yeah.
Can't say much about it, other than think it is kind of lame that all that effort would be thrown away, tossed aside. I can't really speak much to it since I've never watched it myself, but I knew how popular that series was just from when you're not experiencing a series and you still hear it ringing out and ringing out and ringing out when you don't even try to engage with it. That kind of shows you the popularity if it's able to break out and stay in the news for whatever reason. So I'm pretty sure a lot of fans would be disappointed by that news. All they can hope, I don't know if it's an anime original. I think it's an adaptation. All I can hope is another studio picks it up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If they dropped it, maybe another studio can pick it up. I heard JC Staff.
Baby, here we come.
I heard JC Staff's open.
Studio Dean and JC Staff collaborate to create Yuri on Ice.
Yuri on Ice. Ooh, baby.
That sounds like putting toothpaste on a hot dog as a condiment. The worst combination ever.
You don't know.
Yeah,
It could be good.
Some people like
I
toothpaste
know.
on their hot dogs.
You know? Wait a minute, Satsuki. You've had toothpaste on hot dogs?
I don't like to
Or
talk
the
about
way
the past.
I remember those hot dogs. We had no condiments laying around. I had to do something, man.
Well, let's go ahead and get into our second news topic. This one's mostly just for me. But look back. Its first full trailer came out this last week. It opens January 28th in Japan. As a person who has read it and covered it on my second channel and did like a whole video on it, like a 30-minute video, this trailer was great. Fujimoto is one of the luckiest goddamn people alive in this industry. Not only does everyone seem to respect him, not only does like every single one of his like editors become like huge successes to some degree, but he gets really good adaptations from these anime studios, and it's just insane. I even saw some news today that some people there are rumors about right now that Fire Punch is going to be animated by Madhouse, which is that'd be insane. That it's just crazy. But this trailer though is so good. The animation is unreal. It feels literally like it's just like they just carried over the manga to the anime and they made it lifelike. And by the way, I definitely don't recommend checking out this trailer if you've never read the manga, because it spoils literally everything. Every single thing about it. You're watching the trailer.
I love how you told me to not watch it as you posted it in our chat.
Listen,
you posted the video in our chat and you're like, "Don't watch it. Don't do it." And I'm like,
man.
"But you just posted no. Don't do it. You watch it, you're spoiling it." And I went, "Fine. In that case, I'll spoil myself." And then you started crying, and I was like, "Okay, fine. I won't do it. Damn." It's like that one time with the second season of ReZero, where he's like, "Don't look at the intro; it'll spoil everything." And I said, "Okay, I will."
I remember your response. You're like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know.
Yeah, and honestly, it didn't spoil anything for me because I thought it was just some kind of like acid trip or whatever. But I mean,
this one's a little bit more direct. It's very much just a highlight. I'm actually kind of impressed how much they were able to spoil in the trailer. It was really impressive. So good on whoever cut that trailer, because man, they're ruining some people's experience with this. But yeah, it's good. I definitely recommend it when it comes out. And if you're able to make the trip to Japan to see it, definitely do it. If not, then you're shit out of luck. And I hope.
No. See, they come to me. They come to me, just like the new Spy Family movie.
Hey, did we both see that?
No, I haven't had time to see it, but I want to. You, sir, had a rave review about it, so I mean.
Yeah, I give it a 69 out of 5. It's not the best, but you know. It's
so it literally exceeds your expectations.
It exceeded some expectations, but.
Oh, did you say you take your mom to see it?
Yeah. Me and my mom and my aunt saw it, and they both loved it.
Wow, you're turning your family into weeaboos.
No, it was just a way to write off taxes and get out of the house.
Oh,
just happened to be an anime that we saw.
Fair enough. How do you write off taxes? By taking your parents or family to see it?
I'm a YouTuber. I get to do that. It's really cool.
Really?
Yeah, that's the big positive of being a YouTuber is you can write off your taxes. That being said, you get fucked with taxes every year, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't really mean anything. But it's a cool perk, I guess. But yeah, the Spy Family film is great. It's really good. Also, Decrepit Storm
Trayvon
says
said it
it's
was
okay.
alright.
We can join your trip to Japan paid for by sea. What are you talking about?
Yeah, true. He does.
I
have
forgot
one
about that.
Yeah.
He does owe us that trip. I forgot
I don't
about
owe
that.
You guys shit.
Oh, you owe us that trip, see? Judge, play the audio back. Play it back to what he said. Ready? It's me, C Tactics, and I will spend all the money on
We can see
Sasuke
your
the Savage and everything animated. It
Nobody believes
will
this.
be my treat. Oh, thank you, C. You're so great.
Thank you, sir.
I know, you're so fantastic. And everyone will love it.
Well, moving on to the next topic. The last topic for the news. The most important one. Plus-sized elf. New trailer is here.
Woo! Plus size elf.
One of the greatest inventions in modern human history, past human history. This is better than fire. Okay? Because it is fire.
It's straight fire.
Yeah. Now this is the one that's the most lit. This anime is literally about some elves who be overweight and gotta exercise. And they thick.
Mm-hmm. And thick. Especially the dark elf. You know, she is trying to lose the junk in the trunk. I was telling my girlfriend this about it the other day. I said, if she came to America, she'd find herself a husband super thick. just come to America and it's like, I need to lose weight. Honey, you don't need to lose nothing. Come here.
That is true.
And then there's like a really muscly elf too. She's like really buff and everything. But yeah, the main elf, she got a gut and she's trying to lose it. She's not doing a very good job because all she does is eat fries. I feel like if you do nothing but eat fries, even if you did work out, I don't think you'd see any progress.
You gotta kill yourself to lose weight on that diet.
The all fry diet.
It's either you die from the fries or you die from trying to run away from the fries.
Yeah. Yamateo. That's gonna be in the show.
It's so
Somebody
dark.
chasing after.
It's scary.
Kawaii. Someone chasing her with a bunch of fries. Like fresh out the deep fryer too, so it's like burning your skin.
Well, Adoraburb was freaking out about this anime. He was howling. He was going feral.
Oh yeah? Was he barking over the big booty one?
He was the dark elf. He was going wild for that one.
Yeah, big booty. Yeah. I've said this before and I'll say it again. We need more big booties in anime. Big boobs, it's been done to death. This is EA's seal of approval. More big butts in anime. I think we can all get behind this one, if you know what I mean.
This is why Tatsuki Fujimoto exists. His whole purpose in manga and anime is to create characters with big butts. That's it. That's all he does.
Absolutely. Oh, what a gentleman.
Got any thoughts, Satsuki? Are you checking out Plus Sized Elf? Are you here for it?
I'm not watching. I'm gonna stay in the corner.
Damn.
Well, I hate to say this, Satsuki, but guess who's picking it next? No, I'm kidding. I know exactly what you would do.
Kill it.
No, he'd kill me.
No.
He'd go, you picked plus size elf? This motherfucker. Where's my katana? Katana? Where are you? Where's that pizza delivery boy?
Well,
No, I wouldn't do that to you. I will watch it on my own for research purposes.
I mean, Burb will probably make us watch it in the server.
Okay. We'll make it a family affair.
Yeah,
Sasuke is open invite.
Right, yeah. We'll get
Alright.
we'll get you like some plus-sized elf merch to go along with it. Some plus-sized plushies, some plus-sized elf lady t-shirts. You listen. We're going to do it, okay? We're going to make you into a fan of this show.
We also got to get the plus size pants because in the actual trailer, the sweatpants, because in the actual trailer, the dark elf tried to put on pants and the pants just split right in two and her booty was just hanging out.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of incredible, honestly. It was in a
It really was incredible.
Yeah. We should get a we should frame that moment. Really.
Dude, why don't we just talk about it on my channel?
I mean, yeah, we could do it.
Just make it an EA exclusive.
No, we make a new channel for it called the Plus Sized Elf Podcast.
The plus size podcast.
Oh my god. Well, that's it for the news.
I'm done. I'm done being down bad.
No, we were being down normal right there.
We're normal people.
Yeah, especially me. Let's talk about
Sasuke. One of us. One of us. One of us. One of us. One.
No.
Let's get into episode 1 of Unlimited Blade Works. This is the proper, technically first episode, but in my opinion, episode 0 should be the first episode. Don't know why they called it episode 0, but basically episode 1 is from a different perspective. Episode 0 was from the perspective of Tosucker, and episode 1 is from the perspective of Shiro Imiya, one son of Kiritsugu Imiya from Fate Zero. Basically,
I remembered him.
Yeah. Sort of picks up from. Does it pick up directly from Fate Zero? Isn't there like a scene at the end where you see in the present day? I don't remember. But
I feel like in Zero, at the end of Zero, we saw him grow old and die. Like, I think I remember seeing that. Also, how old did this guy live to be? Because I swear in Zero he was like in his 20s, and then he lives to the ripe old age of 40 and then just dies. It's like, he's not an old man at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever touched upon again, his death. I think this is the only mention of it you ever get. Even in the visual novel, it's just like, hey, I had a father, he like adopted me, he saved me, and he died. And that's it.
Because you would think like maybe he was an old man, maybe he had some kind of sickness. No, he's just like, well, I saved the world, kinda. No, actually, I made it worse. I'm dead.
You just got tired of it.
Sick of this shit.
I also don't think we know what he died of. Some people theorize it's lung cancer or throat cancer of some kind because he smokes all the fucking time.
The dude loved to smoke. Fucking A.
That's not funny.
I mean,
it's just funny to think like he's this all powerful mage, and then the thing that takes him out is a pack of Newports.
Yeah, he got. That's like George Harrison, one of the most brilliant guitar players and musicians and writers of all time, taken out by his cigarette addiction.
Freaking talk about one of the greatest anti-smoking ads ever is Fate Zero.
Truly, yes. There's a lot of great anti-messages in Fate Zero, to be fair, though.
But the one that you really didn't know, don't smoke. Because at the end, you could be like Kiritsugu.
Adultery fine, Turning your village into flesh-eating zombies and vampires. Fine. Smoking?
It's bad.
Can't do that. But yeah, this episode focused a lot on Shiro Emiya, and before I even kind of talk about people's normal reception to Emiya in this adaptation, EA, what did you think about Shiro Emiya?
I liked him. I thought he was really, really neat. I mean, and I will say this now, when it comes to the character, and I hate to keep comparing Zero to, to this one, but it feels like the main characters are more of that anime style, if that makes sense. Like, Zero is filled with a bunch of, you still have anime characters, but what I mean is, like, when you think of a series, especially with a name like Fate, you think of this outlandish giant, ooh, look at me. The only ones that were kind of like that were, the servants. But the masters were just kind of there, Like, I feel like the servants oversaw the masters. But in this one, I feel like it's kind of even, where the masters are very interesting and the servants are just as interesting. I think the masters may be a little more, because I don't know. I personally feel as if, because this, you said it, this is through the perspective of Shiro Emiya, and it's just a normal guy. I like the person who does his voice. I feel like I've heard him in thousands. Is this who does his voice in the English dub? That's what I thought. I thought it was him, because he does. Like, if you needed like a young boy's voice or like a teenage angsty kind of voice, you could go with Bryce Peppenbrook. he's the best. But yeah, really good.
Miscast in AOT as Eren Yeager, but still gives it his all. He's great, man.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Really good. He's really good as Kirito as well. I think this is his best role, to be fair, though. Anytime he plays Shiro really is his best role. I think his all-time best role is the sequel to this series, which is Heaven's Feel. I don't think he's done anything since or before that can top that. And I've seen a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, what did you? Back to Shiro. What did you think about him?
He seems like a nice guy. He's very much. He can never say no, and maybe he's nice to a fault. In fact, I know he is. He's nice to a fault because he can never say no and whatnot. But overall, I don't know. I think, like, I always feel like if your characters are not interesting, you kind of like get disinterested in the show. And he's interesting enough. Rin was interesting enough. Shiro's interesting enough. I like these characters a lot better than Zero. I'm not trashing Zero whatsoever. I just feel like these characters are just more engaging.
Not
to
depressing.
Where when you not depressing in the slightest, but it's just just very just engaging and very much so, to the point where you want to root for these characters. Freaking he has old purple hair. Yeah, Sakura. She cooks and cleans for him. I don't mind cooking for you. Girl, go home. And then you, fucking 25-year-old girl who acts like a fucking kid, you definitely need to go home.
You're talking about Taiga, the teacher?
I put Worcestershire sauce in there. Yes, the teacher.
I love her so much.
She's definitely resonates being a teacher. She's got that energy. It's weird. Like, you can never, when it comes to teachers in anime, you either get really boring teachers or really hyper loud, exciting teachers. You never get the middle of the road where they're just kind of there.
I like how she's comically always late for class, but not really late. She just shows up like
doing it on
right
purpose.
as the bell rings. Yeah. It's always a funny gag. In the visual novel, her character goes crazy. There is some pretty funny endings with her character, and we'll just say, like, in terms of Taiga's character, you actually don't get to see how crazy her character gets to be unless you watch a spin-off series, which is Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia. If you've seen that, you know how wild this character can be. But that's a whole spin-off. That's a different universe from the main Fate. So, but yeah, I love Taiga. What did you think about? Let's see. What did you think about the Saber, her showing up and fighting Lanza?
I immediately thought, well, somewhere in the world, Sea Tactics has a boner.
I would never. I'm not lewd.
Didn't you say you had like a plushie of her with a hole in the mouth or something?
What? No. What? No, I have a plushie of Denji and Asa Mitaka and Frieren and Fern and Sebastian from.
But not
Black Butler.
Saber? She's gonna know that you've been cheating on her.
I actually don't have anything Saber related besides a poster.
I thought you had like a figurine or something.
I have a figurine of Sakura.
So, you know what? See, sometimes I don't believe I know you.
What does that mean? Just because I don't own a Saber figure? The only reason I bought the Sakura figure is because it was on sale, and I'm like, I never owned a figure before.
It's on sale for a cheap $200. Let's get this figure.
I think it was actually like $25 on sale. It was pretty good. It was a cheaper one. It was like a pop-up parade one, I believe. It was a little bit on the cheaper side.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice though. It's a nice figure.
Oh yeah. Speaking of nice figure, yeah, Saber. She showed up and did her thing.
Yeah, she did. I like how just badass her introductions in these series always are. They always make sure to let the viewer know that Saber is the strongest of the classes in the Holy Grail War. And I love her introduction in Fate Stay Night proper because it's just so iconic for her character. Even in the visual novel, it's so iconic. Like, basically, Shiro is about to die, and you realize as he enters the shed that the markings left from when they last summoned Saber are still there. And so that's how she is able to be summoned. And as she's summoned, I like how how they frame it too. Like Shiro is kind of like in disbelief at what he's seeing. You know, this in the visual novel, he explains her as this like beautiful knight. And he can't move, not because he's just got kicked across his yard by Lancer, but because she's so stunning. And I just love that line where she's just like, "Are you my master?" It's just so cool. Saber's a great character.
And then he just goes, oh.
Well, that comes later.
Literally.
Yes. But Saber in this series, she's much, much different from Fate Zero. She's more of the proper Saber. Fate Zero, Saber was kind of not herself, but in this one, this is a 100% representation of what the character is originally intended to be.
Nice. How did she get summoned by someone who wasn't even part of the war? Because I thought you had to like be a master and you had to like do these tests and shit. He just kind of was like, I will never give up, never surrender, and then gets Saber. Just like that.
If you remember, Caster's master kind of summon caster without having any formal knowledge as a mage. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's
I
not
guess
that
so anyone can do it.
well, you have to have mana.
Okay.
You have to have a magical circuit that's like active.
So an outlet.
Yeah, you have to have a plug inside of your body somewhere.
You gotta have a charger. Just plug it into the fucking pentagon or whatever, or circle, pentagram. Just be like, all right, here we go. Gonna conjure me up a servant.
It's just a Bluetooth butt plug.
Let me just shove it up here. Okay. Now,
Shiro, don't take that out.
And
if you
now
take that
we
out,
wait.
I can't be here anymore. You'll die. Keep the butt plug in.
And now we wait. How long does it take? I can't stand this anymore. Oh my
Decrepit
God.
Storm says Shiro is pretty likable to me throughout UBW and confirms C has more Vladilina merch than Saber merch. I guess that is true.
It is.
That's why I said I can't believe you, see? You made a whole PowerPoint presentation about how Saber's best girl and how you love her and stuff, and yet all I see around you is Vladilina, Vladilina, Vladilina.
Well, I mean,
And
the only
lies.
Vladilina
And lies.
related adjacent thing I own is the volumes of 86. So,
And the
t-shirt-
plushie?
No, I have a. We just went over the plushies. I only have 4, and none of them are Vladilina.
Damn, I thought I would trick him.
I did have a T-shirt, but my brother stole it, so
Oh yeah, maybe you tell me that.
not worth getting back.
Well, no, I'll get you another one. I'll get you another one of your bay.
It's not my bay. Anyways,
What size are you?
69X.
69X. Vladilina. Blowjob. Hentai.
What?
T-shirt. All right, I have it written down for you.
Well, Lightning
going on,
says, Saber best girl. I think what you mean is Saber is my wife. He also says, he loves Vladilina because he's shy about her. It's the tsundere response. Well, that's not true. I don't know what any of you guys are talking about. I've already proved my innocence billions of times, because if you think about it, there are different universes, right, and different timelines with each universe.
Also known as the multiverse.
Yeah, the multiverse, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In each iteration of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I have every single time proven my innocence, because there is no universe where this is real.
So that means that there's one universe where you're totally open about it and you're fine with it.
Nope, not a single one.
Which is this one. You're just like, guys, you know me. I love Vladilina. It's okay. She's my girl. And we're just kind of like in the corner just going, no. It's not true. It's impossible.
Ellie says, fight for her honor and Tekken against me 1v1 coward. I only play Tekken with nude mods.
Is that a thing?
It is now. Decrepit Storm says Sea Tactics Unlimited Lena Works is the best route. That's not, I think what you meant to say is Unlimited Blade Works. I think there was a typo there. Anyways, back to Unlimited Blade Works. Thank you, Decrepit Storm, for getting us back on track. I mean, that's sort of kind of the questions that I wanted to ask you. Now that I think about it, what do you think, Satsuki? What do you think about the show?
So I was thinking about how I felt about Unlimited Blade Works the first time, and I vividly remember not being a fan of Shiro, and I always wanted to revisit to kind of confront those feelings again to see like why I felt like that and if I feel the same way. And now I remember why I didn't like Shiro. Now I remember. And it's not it's not like it's not as if Shiro's a bad character because of this. It's just that something I personally don't like about his personality, but it then makes him who he is. So I don't like that Shiro is like EA was saying, kind of just is too much of a nice guy. Because this episode, Shinji's being a dick, and there's this one scene where he confronts him about Sakura and the bruise that she has on her hand, and you're rooting for him at this point. You're like, yeah, get him, Shiro, get him, beat a white knight, and then he backs down, apologizes for accusing them, and then ends up cleaning the dojo. And I go, what the fuck? How did you end up doing chores for this dude? Like he's one of those dudes where
he's a doormat.
Well, no, I'm not talking about Shiro. I'm talking about Shinji in this case, where you had to. He's really like sly, conniving, and a weasel. So, although he didn't have like concrete evidence that he did anything like that, you could just look at the guy and go, "Yeah, you ain't shit, really." But yeah, that's one aspect of Shiro's character I didn't like about him. But again, that's supposed to be an intentional thing, and especially because he's supposed to be this contrast to Kiritsugu, who we saw in this episode became a lot more jaded with his ideal of being a hero of justice. We started to see that wane after the events of the Holy Grail War, and it's kind of like Shiro is now the new Flame, who's poised to do what he couldn't do. So in that sense, great character, and that wasn't really the intention, since Fate Zero doesn't really. It's a prequel, but it doesn't have the same writers, but it still works. So in conclusion, he's a good character still. I just don't personally like that aspect of his character.
Fair enough.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. I'm hoping maybe.
Well, I was just going to explain real quick that the reason for that is because in the visual novel, this is really interesting. They pretty much faithfully adapt what the character says. They don't at all adapt what the character thinks. One of the biggest parts of the Fate Stay Night visual novel is the inner monologue. Like, all of the stuff that's happening inside these characters' heads that only you get to experience because you technically are these characters. And the main character in that series is Shiro Emiya. That's who you play as. So you know everything he's thinking and what he's doing, especially in those moments. But in the anime, they didn't do any of that, like, at all. There's zero adaptation of his inner thought and monologue. So what you get is him just making these decisions. And this comes up a couple of times throughout. And a lot of people don't like Shiro Emiya. A lot of people have said Shiro Emiya is a really bad character, and that he's a wimp, and that he's, this and that, and he's stupid, and he's an idiot, and he makes a lot of dumb decisions. And this is, mind you, this is a flaw of the series, but the actual character isn't idiot, is not an idiot, or he isn't stupid. Like, there's reasons he makes these decisions that are explained in the actual source. That being said, they learned from this criticism, and Heavens feel they do make the extra steps to make Shiro Emiya much, much better written, and I would say he's the best character in those films. So, and the best version of Shiro Emiya easily too. So, it's something that they were aware of when revisiting this character. But continue, EA.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, that's definitely a quality I noticed right away, and I can't stand that either. I was hoping that maybe it would be one of those things where he starts off kind of being a doormat, or whatever. But by the end, he becomes more than that, and he can actually stand up to people and say no. I feel like that's kind of where it was kind of setting it up, because even his friends that had him fixing heaters with his magic and whatever were kind of telling him, you can say no.
His gay
Says the
partner,
person. Says the person that's asking him for help.
Right, it is hypocritical. I will admit that, but it's like I almost feel like it's kind of like setting it up for, he's eventually going to stand up to people and say no. So right now we have this version, but later on we'll get to the Shiro who's not like that. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. That's kind of the way I looked at it.
Not shit on your hopes.
Sure. Well, rip my heart out, why don't you?
Okay. I'm not going to spoil anything. It's just that the whole point of Shiro is to be a hero of justice and to do what Kiritsugu couldn't do and wouldn't do, and this because we saw him a little in this episode, and you could tell that Holy Grail wore him down heavily. Like even his appearance was worn down. So Shiro's character he's just going to help anybody that's in need. It's that simple. So, and that's not a bad quality, because I mean we had Vash, who was pretty much the same way, and he would take a lot of shit from a lot of people. But I think it's the execution that's a little different that makes a distinction between those two characters. But you're seeing negative aspects of it now, but you're going to see positive aspects of it now. Just don't expect of an overhaul of his character, because you are going to be waiting on nothing.
Okay. I at least will not. I won't be hoping for nothing.
To be fair though, Shiro Emiya is not the reason to watch UBW anyways. Even if he was faithfully adapted and had extra care put into him, he's not the reason people watch this. So
yeah, you go here to watch how to cook anime food.
Yeah.
We learn about food and how the teacher
abuse.
Domestic abuse, the teacher literally waiting for somebody to cook her food because she don't know how to cook, I guess. I mean, come on.
I don't think, that may be a thing, but I think it's just that she wants to leech off of them because it's more convenient.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back home. I have to buy food.
She's a really cool character. I really dig.
Yeah, she's a moocher. Really good character.
Well, there's a lot of things that I know about her, and I think
I know.
may be explained.
What's her birthday?
Series. Her birthday is April 20th, 1992.
Who's that slurping sound?
That wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
He was really excited.
Taiga Fujimura birthday.
If it's April 20th, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Does she have a confirmed birthday? I'm not seeing anything.
Well, there you go. No.
If she doesn't have a confirmed birthday, then we can't say anything.
Yeah, and also, C lied yet again.
No confirmed birthday. I mean, technically, he'll be right then, because we can't put a number on it.
There you go.
Yeah.
April 20th, 420.
And yes, the Grepid Storm. This is the life of KOA. Can I shit on your hopes?
I asked though. I asked permission. You know.
You did, and I gladly obliged. Where I was just like, yeah, go ahead, just take a big fat deuce round top of my hopes.
I cleaned up after myself.
Well, I appreciate
her.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, even wipes, like not even toilet paper, wipes.
The baby wipes.
Yeah, baby wipes.
Yeah. Well, everything's now nice and squeaky, I guess.
Uh,
Go, Satsuki.
I was gonna say, so we have 3 servants but 2 masters. So we have Reen, of course, who's the master of Archer. Shiro, who's of course the master of Saber, and then we don't know who the fuck is the master of Lancer, but he gives us some insight as to who this person is, or his personality, I guess.
It's a neat.
It's a neat.
Uh-huh. Because he said like he's very lazy and doesn't like to move around. I'm like, yeah, it's some guy just remember the episode of South Park where they're playing World of Warcraft. He's just laying back like this. And he does glasses like that, and he's just Mom!
he's just that one son from GTA 5.
Yeah.
Mom, I need some more Hot Pockets. Fuck you, Mom. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the master. He's just some neat or weeaboo or both.
Now, I don't know what was said in the dub, but in the dub, I don't. He just calls him a coward, or not in the dub, the sub. My bad, because I watched the sub.
In the dub, he said he was a fatty fat.
Those exact words.
I thought he
those exact words. Am I right? See,
in my dub, he called him a slur.
Oh my God!
What dub are you listening to?
I think I got the wrong one.
You seem to be coming up across these very racist subs and dubs lately. See, what is happening?
I don't know. It's this. I guess
you gotta stop.
I'm going to.
You gotta stop going to that site. But in all seriousness, I think, I think he did say like he was a coward. That sounds right. But that he was. Yeah, I think it was just coward. I don't think the words lazy or fatty fat came into it.
There's also some weird things that's going on in the school. We saw that there was this barrier that was draining the life force of everybody slowly but surely. And we know from Fate Zero that with Caster, that he was able to kill people and essentially drain their mana, because his master wasn't like a proper mage. So killing people is a means of getting stronger with servants. So that could be what's going on. Not only that, but there's been gas leaks, and there's been a murder in a household of, I think they said a household of like 4 or something, with only 1 survivor. So there's some weird things going on right now near the school. Well, the weirdest of them all, though, isn't the murders or the gas leaks or the tight clothed servants.
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's Sakura not making my damn food.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. But
you're the one who put the bruise in her hand.
She's just a 15-year-old girl with significant trauma.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry that the worms got up all in her business, but you know what? I am hungry and I need my hamburger steak.
Fuck your worms! I got tapeworms in my stomach.
Fuck your worms! I got a tapeworm, and the only thing that could quell it is your cooking.
Wait, you have the Sakura slave, and I have the Crave slave.
Oh my gosh! And together we're we're Sakura and Crave, or Crave and Slave. Oh fuck! I'm sorry.
I think she's crawling around here somewhere. Hey, give me my Crave.
That's what she sounds like now. She just is dying slowly.
She just needs water. I haven't given her any water in a couple of weeks.
Misa.
Wait. Did I not write this down?
Misu. Misu. See tactics. Onigai. Misu. Misu. Will you give her water already?
I
Misu.
can't. I don't
Onigai.
have any. I got
Misu.
some, like, I got a LaCroix. I could give her a LaCroix.
Hi. LaCroix.
Actually, this LaCroix looks pretty delicious. I mean,
Don't drink it in front of her, see. Don't
Okay,
do
so
it.
Listen, no. I got some gamer sups over here. I can give her that. Let's see. I got some paper towels. Oh, here we go. I got some eye drops.
Wonderful lubricated eye drops. She just sticks her tongue out.
I think that may make it worse.
Misu.
Anyways,
We're going to hell.
in my opinion, this is my theory on the murders and what's happening at the school. And this is my theory when I first watched it, by the way, because I remember this very clearly. Because I think I watched it on my Discord server back in the day. But if you remember, at the end of Fate Zero, like, everyone got blown up, right? Like, a whole city was in flames.
Lots of death.
Lots of death. Well, because of that, there was obviously a huge economic downturn, but eventually, it was an economic upturn in Fuyuki, or Fuyuki City, I should say. And what that means is that the economy got strengthened, it got bolstered, it got stronger. And, well, that also happens simultaneously with a lot of these characters like Shiro Emiya, Ren Tosaka, Sakura, and some other characters too that we haven't been introduced to yet, but they've gotten stronger as well. And this is so what's pretty crazy about this, and I never really picked up on this, but when it comes to everyone getting stronger, there is always someone out there that is searching to fight people who are strong, and we're of course talking about Goku. So my theory is that Goku is the one that's causing these murders, that is sucking the life force out of these children.
Stop!
And actually, I would go as far to say it's not even Goku, it's Sean.
Motherfucker. I had to take a shot of alcohol. What'd I miss?
I was contemplating life.
Well,
Can't believe that. I thought we were really gonna go somewhere. Then all of a sudden he said Goku. As soon as you said Goku, and that Goku was draining the life, I'm like, fuck. Here we go. Here comes the Sean joke.
well, it's a red herring, right? You're supposed to think Goku, because Goku fights only the strong.
Why would anyone ever think Goku?
Because Goku fights the strongest.
He doesn't suck the life force out of people.
Well, that's the thing, EA, and you're getting it. See? You're starting to understand.
What am I getting?
Because Sean
I don't understand any of this.
Sean sucks the life force out of people.
That is true. You made me doubt, but when you bring it to me in that kind of perspective, I think you're onto something.
Honestly, that may have been a spoiler for all we know. Other than that, what do you guys think is gonna happen in the next episode? Or I guess EA, what do you think is gonna happen?
He's gonna make love to Ren.
Wow, that early.
Yeah. I mean, he saw Saber and how attractive he was taken by her beauty, then sees Ren and goes thigh gap, and then it's all over from there. No, but when it when it comes to what's going on, I'm guessing they're gonna fight because Saber. Well, first of all, his dumbass wasted a seal on her. You idiot! You absolute buffoon. But maybe fight. If they don't fight, I feel like Ren's going to talk to him about the war for the Holy Grail. That's what I think. Because this is literally a guy that knows nothing about it. He's very confused. More confused than Mark Wahlberg in The Happening. Just all around going, huh?
No.
What's going on? Huh? What? I don't know. Yeah, just doing all that. So he's gonna have a lot of questions. I feel like the next episode is gonna be a lot of talking. Personally,
That's brave of you to assume in a series that is a part of the Fate Stay Night universe.
I can't help but just take that guess.
Well, is that it on our thoughts on episode 1 of UBW?
You're missing a big thing, yeah.
Uh-oh.
The thigh gap?
Not that big thing. Wait a minute. Did he just get blocked? I'm watching the 76ers Knicks game. It's close right now.
Oh my gosh.
It's 6
No.
But
What am I missing?
You don't remember the creepy girl that was just staring at Shiro?
Oh yeah, that's what's her face's daughter.
Oh, yeah. Iliasville von Einsburn.
Yeah.
You better summon
Yeah.
it soon, big brother.
Or you're going to die.
I think she said it something like that.
And then he went, huh?
Who are you?
I immediately lost my erection.
What?
I mean, I'm just gonna keep walking.
Wait, what was the scene before this one? Hold on, we gotta do some math
What?
here. We gotta figure this out.
Yeah, I remember because I saw her. I was like, oh my gosh, that's what's her face's daughter.
Yeah, Kiritsugu and Irie. And as she says, technically, they're siblings.
Ugh. Please don't tell me there's gonna be some incest fucking shit.
No, there is.
Thank
not.
God. Thank you. Where is it? Where is it?
There's no incest in Fate.
Oh, yes. Hallelujah.
Not yet.
Also, where's the yippee? Oh, I can't click it. See, click the yippee.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no incest. Yippee.
Yeah. So, Iliasville, she's if you can believe it, she's 18 now. Does she look it?
No.
Not one bit.
She's a fucking lolly.
She's just short.
Yeah, she's just pretty short.
I'm gonna murder. I mean, nothing. I didn't say anything. Said nothing.
I'll just say remember those words. Remember them
Okay.
fondly.
Okay, I will. 6 episodes in. I didn't mean to. She was so sweet.
Yeah, but what do you think about Iliasville? She's grown up.
Yeah, she's there. Looks like a lolly, and you can tell she's from Russia because she's got the hat. Because how else would you know if she was from Russia if she didn't have the hat?
The Yushenka? Is that what she was wearing?
You shanka, I shanka. Stab, stab. I'm sorry. It was the same hat that her mother was wearing. But I feel like, does the weather really permit it in Japan to be that cold? I don't think so. But that's just her look. She's a Yushenka.
I don't think it's a Yushenka.
Well, I don't know. You're the one that said it. You brought it up, sir. All I know is I shanka, you shanka, we all shanka for lollies.
Trying to
Okay?
figure it out.
But yeah, the episode was just, I mean, we already got this episode pretty much. It's just that we got it through the lens of Shiro, and we got to see him as
Pretty
a
much.
character. And you got to see other characters like Sakura that was little expanded. And then it also explained what Rin said to Shiro before she saved him, which was
My God, look at all this blood.
well, besides that, she said something like, I'm not going to get the exact wording down, but she said something like, why did it have to be you?
Oh yeah.
And because we know that Rin and Sakura are sisters, it doesn't seem like Sakura knows that Rin and them are sisters from what's been going on. Now, does Rin know it? That's for your interpretation. But she definitely cared about saving a person that was close to Sakura. So yeah.
Akuwa. Here's some cool fun facts. According to People, the name Iliasville is a German origin and means gift of God. The name Iliasville is a Hebrew origin. It means Elia, God has answered. Sevi, she who has heard God. El, God, ending of names that typically belong to angels. And the full name reads Angel who heard God's answer or Angel who heard God's call.
Huh.
Accurate.
It's kind of
So she's in the world of angel beats. Neat.
Yeah. We're on this show takes place in purgatory. There you go.
Turn this game off.
But is that it for Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works episode 1?
I think so. The only other thing I could think of is what the hell was that necklace with the heart?
She may explain it in the next episode or maybe not.
Yeah.
There's a certain part where that comes up again, so I'll wait until then to explain what it is if it's not explained by then.
Okay.
Shout out to Archer. I got to give him credit because he used his Noble Phantasm twice in one night and pretty much
He's got good stamina.
did like crazy work against Archer, and although he wasn't able to like do any permanent damage to Saber, I mean, still had her fending off pretty well. So yeah, I mean that's a pretty incredible feat to fight two strong servants in one day.
Yeah.
One night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Fuck him. That's what I say. KonoSuba, season 3, episode 2. What are we thinking about this episode?
Man. This show's great.
It's fucking hilarious, man. This show, I don't know how it stays so consistently funny, but it does. This episode showcased a lot of the new art from the new studio, and it is a big upgrade. Massive
It's funny
upgrade.
because you wouldn't even know it was a different studio. And the only reason I say that is because like everything about it feels the same except for the, as you say, just the animation, especially when they got those faces. And Aqua's, I don't know, being told no You ain't gonna get one of these lighters. Slaps her hand, and then he's pointing and yelling at her face, saying, "You did nothing. You didn't do anything." She gets up right up to the microphone and goes, and you just hear that, and that was when she totally reamed and exposed his down badass by saying, "I didn't say shit when you sniffed all of our unwashed underwear and clothes." And you just see him just doing all that, and they just look at him like, this motherfucker, why do we keep him around? And the thing that was the cherry on top is he didn't even deny it. He just said, "Aqua, please don't say anything that's gonna, that you can't come back from." He didn't deny that he's a sick fuck.
Yeah. He may fight for the equal rights of every man and woman, but he's a little problematic.
But he will most certainly do everything in his power to sniff them sniff them panties. Just imagine all the sweat and all.
I don't want to imagine this.
I'm like close to gagging for real. Ellie says, "I think Darkness is a fantastic woman."
I keep forgetting her real name is La Latina.
Yeah, what's her name? La Latina Dustinus Ford or something like that?
Yeah, that's her real name, but she goes by Darkness. La Latina. What a name.
Yeah, I think Ellie's just got mid-taste.
Well, you gotta fight her to the death now, Ellie.
He insulted your woman. Take that glove and slap him in the face.
La Latina is just fake Saber. And she also kind of she kind of grosses me out as well a lot of the times. And this episode reminded me of that when she called herself a so, and I was like, ugh.
LaSalle.
Or a Sal, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Freaking. She did dress up as a maid, and she loves being defiled because that's when Kazuma was like, "Do as I say, you Sal," and she's just like grabs herself, MG. Well, there you go. Maid darkness is peak darkness.
Well, so this episode we got focus on darkness when the entire party gets invited by Princess Iris, and she wants to know the exploits of Kazuma. And Kazuma, of course, just the whole party in general are up to their usual antics. Megumin's trying to do some fireworks explosion trick. Aqua's doing her parlor tricks. She ends up actually impressing Princess Iris with her sand portrait that she did. And Darkness is trying to, Kazuma's just lying his ass off, and Darkness is the mature one in the party trying to get everybody in line, but they seem not to really care about their lives, which is weird because Darkness is stressing to them. You have the potential to get your head lopped off if you don't act right, and then everybody's like, "What?"
Acting like a straight up fool.
Yeah. So they do KonoSuba things, and as Kazuma's telling his exploits and whatnot, he gets caught capping, as the kids say, as I say. And I mean, yeah, he was lying. That's the funny part about it. He was lying. He wasn't lying about defeating the guy, but he was lying, or over exaggerating, as Darkness was saying. He was over exaggerating about almost everything, and refused to show his card because he knew he was going to get exposed as to how he did it and everything, and he was embarrassed about it. But it gets to a point where Darkness defends the honor of Kazuma and just her party in general, and asks Iris to apologize which at first she doesn't, which leads Darkness to actually slap her, which, considering how much she's stressed, how everybody should act right, that shows you how much she cares about her party and defending their honor. So this was a great character moment for Darkness. Just a reminder of, because last episode we got all of them trying to save that elf, and that kind of showed you the kindness of the party, which sometimes isn't always highlighted, but it still exists. And this just shows you the camaraderie that exists between them. It's almost like a found family, with Kazuma being the creepy uncle. But a found family nonetheless.
He's definitely the creepy uncle. He's that uncle that you only invite over for Thanksgiving, but you tell the kids to not sit near him.
Oh God, I had one of those.
It's a terrible analogy.
Well,
No, it's not. It's not terrible. It's not terrible in the sense of the comparison being made. It's terrible in the sense of what that represents.
yeah. It's like, all right, kids, let's just sit away from your uncle. He's sometimes he gets cranky when he has too much to drink. Fucking Darkness was howling like a legit howler monkey a couple of scenes where, because Aqua's like, I'm going to show you a parlor trick. And she's like, don't. Megumin does her Chinobio type stuff. Hello, Princess Celebi. And she grabs both of them and she's just like cussing them out saying, I thought you said you were going to do it right. Just screaming. Oh, that was so funny. But the best part, of course, was Kazuma, as he was like sitting there about to like regale his tales and everything. Apparently, this little princess was like, "Don't look in my eyes. Don't even look down when you talk to me." And then Kazuma just says, "Next princess, please." And then that's when Darkness just starts shaking him. What the hell are you doing? Oh my god. The comedy is so funny.
So let me ask you this question. What do we think about everybody's outfits? At least the ones that was worn here, not what Megami, whatever she was going through. What do we think about the outfits?
They're all great. They're all great. I mean, Megumin, I always forget that she's like really young, so it's weird. But everybody looks good. Aqua's great. Darkness, La Latina is great. Kazuma is Kazuma, and yeah, we had more Megumin and Kazuma shipping this episode. Because Kazuma was about to like leave after they basically called him a liar. Because he's like, "Yeah, I get it. I was a loser on Earth. I'm not gonna, whatever. I'm just gonna walk out." And Megumin just starts twisting, Darkness's braid as if she was gonna do something. She just kind of let it go, and then that's essentially what led Darkness to do what she did. But yeah, Megumin, she really does care for him.
I think in that moment it's less of the shipping thing, and it's kind of what Darkness ended up doing this episode. Like, just they all care about this party, so whenever they can rag on it. It's just like brothers and sisters, whatever. They can talk shit about each other, and it not be a thing that they care about. But the minute someone outside of their circle is doing those same things that they would normally do, then it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
I can make fun of my brother for this and this and that, but if somebody that I don't know is saying the same things that I may say to then you're going to have an issue, and that's where the problem lies.
It's like, I know Kazuma may sniff a few underwears from time to time, and also steal underwear. He has a thing with underwear, but he's our guy. Okay, he's our little bundle of joy, right, Kazuma? Yeah, that's right. Shut up.
In the chat, Ellie says, "I've been waiting to do this." I don't know what the hell he's been waiting for, but he's been waiting.
I've been waiting to whip this out.
Also, it's kind of strange if he's been waiting so long to do whatever this thing is. Why would he be waiting in bated breath in our chat? I feel like there's more important things, but
because Ellie loves us.
He wants to hear you speak on the fly.
I think it's how we defend each other's honor. I think Ellie loves us.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Aww, he has a heart.
Aww. He does.
Aww.
Rockabye Ellie on the treetop.
Well, I take back all he said. I take back all I just said about him, because he then goes on to say, also, Aqua would be Ben's favorite. Not true. That's Wiz. Aqua's useless.
Aqua's my favorite.
Yeah, there you go. Got us mixed up. Ellie also says, also that maid outfit, hand emojis. Simp. Neon Victor, how you doing? Neon Victor, even
Hey, Neon.
says, I agree with ED darkness is peak. Wait.
Erectile dysfunction. Darkness.
But yes, hello,
It's me,
Neon.
darkness. You.
So darkness is a Fuda?
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd probably be into it. Ellie then goes on to simp for worst girl by saying darkness based. And saying you had one of those. I don't know what was I referring to. To fight you? Oh, so that's what you're waiting for? Well, I've already beaten you. You just didn't know it.
Oh. Damn.
Omaru shinderu. Nani?
you will die in 7 seconds.
Oh, EA. I agree with EA darkness this week. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Well, now we
As long
know
as it
darkness
wasn't
is
erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
This is weird. It wasn't that much to this episode because we got the first section of it, like the first 7 minutes or so of it, that didn't really relate to the main plot of this episode. And then the main plot of it was just them sitting around talking to Iris. Did they even eat? No, they did eat, because I remember Aqua I just remember Aqua drinking the entire time.
Oh my god. Aqua drank till she couldn't fucking stand, barely.
It was so funny because it's kind of like she was like, "Yeah, I contributed. I'm out." Fuck this. After she gave that sand portrait, she did not do anything else.
I mean, you got to admire that. She did her part and said, "Fuck it, free booze."
I wish I could still drink. It would be so much fun.
But yeah, they
Probably
did eat.
not.
They were all eating, and Darkness was sitting there with that nervous look on her face. Like that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing that happened was Cosmo going up against one of the retainers for Princess Iris to prove the shit that he was talking, and then he ends up doing the classic. I'm saying classic like I'm a fan of the move. I'm not a fan of the move.
It's iconic.
Yeah, but it's his signature move, I guess you could say. Everybody has their signature moves, and he does the steal, and he aims to steal her sword, but ends up stealing her undergarments, and which embarrasses her and effectively ends the fight.
Yeah, it was, these belong to you. And Darkness was like, why can you never do anything right? What the hell is wrong with you? Oh, and then he got kidnapped at the very end.
Yeah. Yeah. Good old Iris, he was like, yeah, well, see you later. And then Iris like, what are you talking about? Come on. And
he was just like, huh?
I was confused when I saw that too. I looked at it, I was like, wait, is she teleporting him with them? And then so he gets, I guess you can say he got isekai since it's the same world, but he gets teleported.
He got taken.
Yeah, he gets teleported to her castle, and I mean now he's separated from his party. So I'm guessing the plot. Well, I don't know what the plot would be that the rest of the party is going to try to go get him because he could just as easily go back to them since they have the power to teleport. But I'm assuming that's going to be a thing that they're going to try to go after Kazuma.
Yeah. That or they'll just say, he did sniff our underwear. We don't have to rush to get him, Just let him sweat a little.
It's an interesting proposition though to have those three without Kazuma.
Yeah, how would they function?
They're still a dangerous party, regardless.
But you know what I mean? Like, because Kazuma's like kind of the one that like connects all of them together. He's kind of like the leader in a way. So it's like, if he's gone, what are they all going to do? They're just going to be like, so, your name's Aqua, right?
Aqua's was going to drink.
Aqua's going to drink, Megumin's going to cry, and Darkness is going to be like, nobody's degrading me today. I feel so lonely.
That is one thing though. From a good benefit of watching the spinoff with Megumin. I mean, I think Aqua is probably the only one who couldn't really function as an adventurer by herself. Darkness has done it. We know Megumin has done it.
Yeah,
I don't think Aqua is capable of it.
Oh, this may be a reprisal role for Yunyun. She may come in.
I forgot about Yunyun.
Megumin! When she gets mad at Megumin, just says Megumin very angrily.
And then they make out.
They don't make out.
No.
Megumin slaps her boobs. That's what she does. She looks at those boobs and goes, just body slaps. Wait, what'd you say last week? Open palm slaps that bitch. Right in the titty. Yeah, that's what Yunyun says after every time she gets hit.
Oh my god. Let's see. Did we miss anything else?
I think that's pretty much it. It was pretty. Like, I always feel like these episodes go so quick just because I'm so involved and invested.
Same piece. Well, let's go ahead. Let's jump.
Let's
right
power
into,
through these.
Let's power into Spice and Wolf, episode 4. This one is where things kick into high gear. I always forget that this is where this part of the story happens. I always think it's like later in the episodes or something like that, but it's no. We get pretty early on in the Spice and Wolf into some dramatic stuff going on here, and that's basically what happens in this episode.
Oh, we got a sad holo. We got a sad holo this episode.
Say Holo's in the chat. Why is he sad in the chat? I'm confused.
No. As soon as I said it, I took it back. We got a sad Holo the wolf. She was so precious. That was one of those. Oh, come here. I could definitely see why he got in bed with her. Like the very next scene. Oh wait, no, she got in his bed.
Yeah, she got.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
She got in his bed.
But
because he's trying to lay down, he's like, "The fuck!" And then she just grabs him.
You know what? You know what would have been funny if he just continued to lay on her and just go to bed.
He would.
Oh my god!
Would have died.
Just like.
Yeah, I was gonna say those people were after him.
Well, if the people weren't there, it would be really funny. Like a moment of like where Holo's trying to seduce him or whatever, and Kraft is just laying on top of her, sleeping, snoring really loud, and all you hear is just God damn it, get off of me, Kraft!
Freaking, am I to understand that if those people didn't come in and cock block him, that they would have gotten it on?
I don't think so.
That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah,
The reason
You don't
she
think
put
so?
the reason she put him under the covers was to adjust his eyes to the darkness.
Oh, really? I thought.
to the
Okay.
La Latina, you mean?
Because he was moving closer, and for a kiss, he was like, he was in the mood. He was like, she wants me to.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
he thought was happening, but the entire time Holo was on high alert because she knew
Could
they
you
were coming.
imagine?
got the
God.
news.
Could you imagine your boner just goes away so quick after that?
Yeah, we're about to get murdered.
Yeah, it's like we're about to fucking die.
You go from I'm about to have sex with a goddess to I'm about to be murdered in like a split second. There's no other whiplash that can compare to that. It's like you are
Yeah.
on top of the mountain and you are now 6 feet under. Essentially.
Your mountain has literally crumbled around you into a million pieces.
That you're like one of those Acme cartoons where the crumbles away and you're just left hovering in the air as your legs swing and then you plummet.
And you just hear the whistle that
The whole time, Kraft misinterprets Holo's warning as foreplay.
mm-hmm. She's like
they're coming. Oh yeah, I'm about to come, baby.
Oh yeah, I'm about to come. You know. No, I'm serious. There's guys outside. Oh, I love role play, baby. Let's go.
If they break in, what are we gonna do, huh?
No, I'm serious. There are guys literally coming in. You know, you're getting really into this, and I'm really enjoying it. Let's keep talking. No, you crazy son of a bitch.
The people
Listen
outside,
to what I am saying.
I'm crazy
people
for
outside-
you, baby.
the people outside that are about to kill them are so interested in the plot they just stop. They don't-
Yeah, they're like, wait, what the fuck's going on in here?
Right. They're hitting the door. Then all of a sudden they put their ear up against the door. They're just like,
That's something you'd see in
Ooh.
the Fable. That's like something that's
Mhm.
like a plot that would happen in that show.
just like, hold on. Let's see where this goes. She's just screaming about like there's people outside. They just stop what they're doing. All 50 men or however many. It's like, come guys, listen. They're getting it on right now. As soon as they're done, we're busting down this door. Okay. God, this is hot.
I love it.
Oh, what a fucking story.
So this episode, so Kraft deduces what's going on with this whole thing, this whole plot with Zarin, and so what's actually going on is Zarin isn't the main guy who is coming up, who concocted the scheme. It is from this trading company, the Mado trading company, and the whole plan is basically to force people to buy silver that they think is going to be worth a lot, and then turn around and then buy that silver from them on the cheap. So it's that's really the whole scheme. Because they would have the funds to be able to do something like that. So it's this big scam, and then Kraft ends up alerting the Malone trading company as to what the Mado trading company is doing, and he's going to get a profit off of what they end up getting, because now they're trying to thwart their plans with their own. So what ends up happening is, if you pay attention to the scene with Kraft and Holo talking to Zarin, there's this guy in the back that's listening in on their conversation, and they focus on him very briefly. It's like 3 seconds where you just see a guy like. So we could assume that he was one of the guys from the company, and he listened in on the conversation and knew what was going on. And from there, they are after Holo and Lawrence, who's going to this other company and is trying to basically mess up all their dealings, and they end up chasing them with goons.
Some of those guys looked like Resident Evil characters.
They
Like,
did.
remember from 4 with the sack over the head and he's got the chainsaw and everything?
Yeah,
That's what he
I was
reminded
thinking
me of, except he didn't have a chainsaw. He had a baton or whatever he had, some
like a
billy club or
blackjack
something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just like, don't trust that guy with the burlap sack. He's from Resident Evil 4, he's gonna kill you. But man, they take their I mean, I knew the show was about economics and stuff, but they really take their economics seriously in this fucking anime. God damn.
They don't play about their money.
The depreciation of silver, and he's not gonna do it. Get him! Get him now!
Yeah. So, but even before, well, I guess we might as well keep going with that. So, Kraft ends up going to the Malone Trading Company, and they've already made their deal. And Holo, of course, splits up from Lawrence so that he can get to this company in the first place because they weren't going to make it on their own, or together, I should say. And she ends up getting captured off screen, and Kraft is distraught because he knows what happens to her, and he's talking to the Malone Trading Company, trying to figure out what's the next plan of attack. And they go, well, we already made the deal. We aren't supposed to, it's not in our best interest to help your friend. As sad as it is, really doesn't matter to us. If you guys die or whatever, we have the information, so we don't need anything from you anymore. Which, I mean,
Nothing personal. It's business.
Yeah, I mean, it is a business, so as cold-hearted as it is, you're not in it to make friends, so it makes a lot of sense why they kind of just cut ties with them.
Yeah.
So from there, it's like, okay, Kraft is on his own, but then we get a letter that is threatening Lawrence with information, because of course Lawrence knows what's going on, but everybody else is like, what the fuck? Wolves. And then the hair comes out the letter, like, what the fuck? Is he a furry? What's going on?
She got really long eyelashes.
They're not understanding the threat at all, but of course Lawrence knows what this means. It means that they're threatening to turn Holo into the church if their demands are not met. So with that in mind, Kraft decides to make it the Malone Trading Company's problem by letting them know who Holo is. Because otherwise, he's going to fight this battle on his own.
Yeah, and the guy literally was like, Nani? What?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me she's a fucking wolf girl?
See, this is why it works like this, because now he's kind of holding their dealings with them as leverage, because anybody involved with somebody like Holo is going to face the ire of the church. So not only will Holo get probably executed, Lawrence would, and the company that dealt with them, because Lawrence can lie and say that they knew the entire time. So he's holding that as leverage against them so that they can help them and try to keep this secret out.
Crazy.
So, yeah, that's the whole plan.
My question is, how do they know that she was a wolf? Somebody had to have known her, because it showed in the after credits scene she was baring her fangs and, hissing and growling. But then she just kind of stops and goes, "Oh my god, it's you!" What a tease.
My mind, funnily enough, went to the episode before the Declaration of Independence and War and Attack on Titan, where Reiner goes into the basement and he sees Eren.
Oh my god.
What if it's Ryder?
I'd fucking...
He's fucking depressed.
That or Eren. Long time no see, Holo.
You're my mortal enemy. I'll never forget that time you bit me really hard.
It bit me, and I wanted a nice, bountiful harvest. And the only thing you gave me were a fucking couple of shrubs.
You rotten Eldians! Go to hell!
Well, the question is, who do you think it could be? I mean, we haven't been it's episode 4. We haven't been introduced to many characters that have names.
Literally, the only thing I could think of is the one person that she talked about earlier in the episode, which was...
Well, he's dead.
Well, that we know of.
No, like that deal happened hundreds of years ago.
He could be a vampire.
Well,
I'm just saying, if this is a world where a freaking goddess wolf girl is around, what's to say vampires can't be? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's somebody we don't know of. That's my only thing. Because who else would know who she is? I don't know. I really don't.
What if it's the guy they met on the bridge that Holo was flirting with?
Oh, you think with his flirting temptation, he was like, I know the smell. A wolf. She's a wolf girl.
Ah, yes. The putrid smell of Wolf Girl. You don't really smell too different from everybody else really walking around here, but there's something about you.
You smell more like apples and shit.
You have that tint of fruit in there, and that mix of pungent horribleness that we all carry. You're definitely
and wet, and let's not forget wet dog. That has a very distinct smell, but in this case, wet wolf. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, do you think when Holo goes to like take a bath or shower or something, Kraft just has to leave for like an hour or two?
Because he smells like wet dog?
Yeah,
probably.
She dries out.
I mean, she shakes just like a wolf / dog. You know, she does the shimmy and everything. Yeah.
I mean, it's only her tail
and ears.
Yeah, I don't think it would be like crazy. It's not like she has fur all over her body.
That's true. That is a big tail, though.
But yeah,
it is.
I mean, that thing's a pillow. I'm sorry. I'm putting my head on that thing. That's where I'm sleeping.
You do not lay your head amongst my tail,
Get
peasant.
over it, woman.
I'm gonna get bit in the neck.
This is where I am. You ain't moving me from this position.
She gonna bite you.
Bite me all you want. My head ain't moving.
That's what you're into.
Yeah, he's in the dude. You are a furry.
I'm not a furry. You're not a furry if you like Holo.
No, it's one thing to like Holo. It's another thing that you want to lay right on her tail and not let go.
It looks comfortable. That's normal.
It's normal.
Mm-hmm, yeah. It's very normal, he says.
Do you believe this guy?
I don't believe it. He's insulting me with this. I'm gonna make a call. I'm gonna talk to Guido and Luigi, and we're gonna come over there, and we're gonna get our silver.
Listen. I'm not a furry, because you know who else?
Oh, God.
You know who else? Power. Power puts Meowie on her head. It's normal. We are normal. We are normal.
You compared yourself to Power?
No, I didn't compare
you
myself
compared yourself
to Power.
to a shit girl.
I'm just giving examples, okay? Well, how about the girl from Bloom Into You? She does the same thing. She even smells the cat's stomach at one point. The girl with the black hair.
Oh.
The best one. Yeah.
She's not the best.
I mean, debatable.
But besides the whole besides the action plot with the trading companies and all the dealings, you got some great character moments between Holo and Lawrence. because and they finally focused on a bit of the aspect of Lawrence's character that I was talking about last podcast, which with being a traveling merchant, there comes a lot of loneliness with doing that job. Now, of course, they're not going to have the monologues that they have in the light novel, but Lawrence was able to relate to Holo, what she was saying, where he's gushing about the deal that he just made and potentially open up a new store, because that's his ultimate end goal. Opening up a store and being able to settle down in one place, which would allow him to make concrete bonds with other people. Because as a traveling merchant, he's only going to be in one place for maybe 3 days max. And he's never able to form genuine connections with anybody. Like the only one friend that we see that he has is in the village where we found Holo, where he was friends with the guy who became Holo. It was hiding in the shed. Like that's the only genuine friend that we know that Lawrence has. He has other acquaintances that he makes deals with, but even in those dealings, I mean, he's trying to get over on them, trying to get the best deal possible. So he's not really a friend. So yeah, that's his ultimate end goal, opening a store. But in doing that would end the travels with him and Holo. So that put them at odds with each other. And of course, Holo is the most vulnerable that we've seen of her, other than when she was talking about the wolves in the forest story. She was pretty sad. Pretty sad and sorrow this episode.
Yeah. And she's comfortable enough to let down her defenses like that. She must have some kind of trust when it comes to Lawrence.
I wonder if
yeah.
Well, just to add on to that, and obviously let you continue, I wonder if it's because she knows she's a goddess and she's lived, thousands of years, so it doesn't really matter who.
She just cried to some random drunk on the street. I'm gonna be alone. Yeah, you are, baby. Give me a kiss.
You got any money? For some peach schnapps? I need some of that. Yeah. You're lonely. Yeah. Cool. Money?
What about us? Huh?
This is like the first real connection she's had with somebody in a very long time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she's been wheat for like a long time.
Yeah, she's been looking over the harvest over this village for a long time, and other than the friend that she talks about, I mean, you don't really hear her talk fondly about any other human. So this is, you can very much say that it could have been anybody in Lawrence's position traveling with her and making the connections that she's making. But I mean, that was the circumstances, and that's just it is what it is. But I do think there's connection on the end of them being able to relate to each other.
No, yeah, you're totally right. Yeah,
Sure.
I think as well. I think it's an interesting time that the series is airing, because right now in the world there is a loneliness epidemic, and I feel like a lot of people, especially me, I'm lonely too. I think everyone is to some degree, especially in this day and age. When you see stuff like this and you see these characters, Holo and Kraft, sort of talk about their loneliness and how they experience it and go through it, and it's not just a Holo thing, it's a Kraft thing, and it's vice versa. I think it sends like a, I don't know, there really is, it's kind of just been introduced, so I really can't say that there is some sort of message to it yet, but it very much allows you, I think, in this day and age, maybe to relate even more to Holo and Kraft than, say, 10 or 15, 20 years ago when the series originally came out. So I also, it's also just kind of sad. Like, they're both just like, because of who they are and the positions they're in, it leads to a lot of loneliness. And it's very it's very interesting that the traveling merchant and the wheat wolf, they relate to something. You know, it's I think it's a really cool dynamic, but I just like the fact that this series kind of covers that stuff because, like I said, I just think a lot of people relate to that in today's climate.
I just appreciate the added layer with Holo because it's still early into the show. It's only episode 4, but they show you the witty part about her that's flirtatious and always keeps Kraft on his toes as far as, the banter between them. So a lot of times you see Holo and then she calls herself Holo the Wise Wolf. She seems all knowing and it seems like she has everything figured out. But beneath that, you'll see this side of Holo where she's just as human as everybody else. She doesn't, because she stayed true to her promise all that time, she was never able to make any concrete bonds with anybody else other than the friend that she talked about. So this experience with Lawrence is basically a new lease on life for her. And although Lawrence is just doing what he's always been doing, which is being a traveling merchant, this is a whole new experience for him as well, because he's never traveled with anybody. This is probably the longest Lawrence has ever, since becoming a traveling merchant, has ever spent with anybody. Yeah, because he's always on the move.
And I wonder how their dynamic would change if he had experience traveling with people prior to this.
Yeah, I don't know. Does raise a lot of interesting questions for sure.
Because I imagine if you have a lot of experience with that, especially traveling with females, you're going to avoid certain things like what happened in this episode.
A lot of bathroom stops.
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of bathroom stops, and you're probably going to avoid, getting closer to your traveling companion like this. But for them, it plays out really well. So
yeah,
it's very cute.
It was very sweet to see Lawrence basically comfort her when she let down her walls and kind of showed her emotional side to him and everything. It was definitely sweet. And he thought he was gonna get some, and then it just all went downhill from there.
We gotta do like an abridged version of that where it's just the scene continues for Kraft.
I'm totally. I'll fucking make it.
That would be so funny.
I think the little skit that we did before would be perfect. It's like, no, seriously, get off me. Oh, I'll get off you. No, there's people outside. You listen to this here, Joe. I love it.
That'd be great. Decrepit Storm says we also had Holo mentioning that loneliness can kill, and that's why she was repaying him. Yeah, that's another aspect. That's definitely a true thing, and it hits for me. It hits a little close to home, so I appreciate it.
They say that people live longer when you're married or in a couple versus when you're alone.
Yeah, and people also say
I think
if you don't live as long if you're also married. So I don't know.
I never heard that. I heard it was if you're with someone you live longer. I mean, maybe it just depends on the situation that you're in. I mean, yeah, you're probably not going to live that long if you're married to an axe murderer. I'm just putting that out right now. I don't know if this is news to anybody.
But she protects me.
Yeah, she makes you put together.
Poor choice of words, because you're not going to be put together anymore once she takes pieces apart of you.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'll probably taste good if I'm worth chopping up.
What the fuck? Who says that about themselves?
At least he has confidence in it.
Yeah, right? It's like, I may be dead, but damn it, I'm going to make the best fucking gumbo this side of Tennessee. You'll see. I'm gonna be immaculate. The sea-tactic stew.
You'll see, Papa. I'll prove you wrong, and I'll become the greatest gumbo.
Well, I never once believed in you, but now, after tasting you, I could say I'm proud.
And then after,
God damn it.
and then after that, everyone, it's like, you know, at the end of the movie where everybody jumps in the air and it freeze frames at the end.
Oh yeah.
When they're jumping.
Yeah.
And it's just.
It's a bittersweet ending because of you're dead, but you made the best gumbo in the world.
That's what happened to Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it's true.
Wait, did it?
Yeah.
They didn't eat Aaron.
No, Ymir.
Yeah, Ymir. They ate Ymir.
Oh yeah, they did.
They ate both Ymirs. They sadly
Yeah.
ate thick Ymir. Poor
The
thick
be-
Ymir.
Decrepit Storm says the best seafood there is. Now that is hilarious.
I think we've went over everything in this episode.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now
Mhm.
Kraft has to save Princess Peach and
Yeah.
you know,
In Bowser's Castle.
yeah.
Thank you for saving us, Kraft. But Holo is in another tower.
And his response is,
Man, I don't know what to think no more.
Okay, what's up, dude? That's great. Always mess with your head.
He's just so upset that he can't find Holo. He's just like, get out of my head.
"Get out of my head, man! I don't know what to think
If
anymore,
Kraft
man."
just started, if Kraft started speaking like that out of nowhere, I'd probably piss myself. It just sounds so funny.
Well, let's go ahead and get into my favorite show of the season currently, Ranger Reject Episode 3. Yeah, this show is just, it truly is the embodiment of it's just, man, I don't even know where to start. This show, there's so much to gush about. I don't know. Someone say something. I don't know where to start.
Well, I can definitely agree with you. See, this is one of the best shows of the season for sure. It's really just the only thing I can kind of describe it as is just epic. You know, it's definitely has that epicness to it, where it's like good versus evil, but again, flipped on its head, and just seeing the absolute just kind of power dynamic and the literal just, I will never bow to you, even in the face of great power. You could literally just be you the good and evil, the power balance is just amazing. And also, you know, there's a best girl element to it, but that's not important because who cares about whatever her face is?
What?
It's all
You
about
can't-
D.
Hold on.
It's
No,
all
no.
about D and all about his
Wait.
greatness.
No. We got to give Yumeko her props. She
Nah.
was a big help this episode.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. If it wasn't for her, D wouldn't even have known where to begin. But here's the issue I kind of have with Yumiko. She never answered D's question. And it kind of annoys me because I'm like, what kind of stupid ass answer is that? Because I thought it was very subtle. Why do you want to help me? Why do you want to defeat the
Why do you want to help me?
the rebel?
Why do you want to help me?
We're the rebel rangers or whatever. And she was like, because I like anime. That's not an answer.
Yeah, it's very clear that Yumeko
That's not
is
an answer.
she obviously we know she's very sadistic already, but
She's
that
crazy.
Also,
Those
yeah,
eyes just say it all.
I feel like she is holding back a little bit of something because
Yeah.
the fact that she's so like just deflects, it comes off as deflecting, but she postures really well, so it just comes off as her being super, playful and sadistic. But there's definitely something to her character that she's hiding. And I think
Can't be because of the eyes.
yeah, the eyes too, I think, give it off. And it's just
I'm not lying.
also the most obvious is why in the hell are you going against the Rangers even though you're a part of them? It's just like what who hurt you? Who hurt you?
Somebody hurt her. Somebody hurt
did.
her. Somebody picked somebody else when she was in a relationship in high school. I know that. I mean, she went to the whole cliche which she speaks truth in a way when she says this, where she says you have the two main characters that get introduced in the beginning, the boy or the girl, whoever, what you want to say. And she said, you're introduced to the side characters, and they're thrown in there, but eventually at the end of it all, you're always going to end up with the two people that you are introduced at the beginning. And I'm like, yeah, that's anime 101. There's not really one where, a guy meets this girl and then goes, hello, all the way in the distance. I want you. I don't want the main girl anymore.
Well, if you remember in Quintessential Quintuplets, also written by Negi Haruba, the first girl you meet, do you remember?
Wasn't it Yotsuba?
Itsuki.
I really don't remember, but if that's true, that's a unique situation. Anyway, you know what I mean.
Okay. No, yeah.
But you are right, Itsuki, and then she's like, do you know where the bathroom is? And he's like, down the hall to the left, and then that was literally the whole manga, was just
You want me,
one brief interaction, and he just never took advantage of it.
Hey, Uesugi, want me to show you my hot dog collection? I got it right here. Always on hand.
Yeah. She mistook it as like, wait, he wants me. He's gonna show me his hot dog. What? I'm out of here.
Oh my. But yeah, no, I do feel there is something beneath the surface of Yumeko, and the thing is I think it's something really big, because that's the only explanation for it. Because why is she in R&D?
Mhm.
R&D is, to me, seems like something you should pay attention to, because that's research and development. That's what it stands for, obviously. And that means that she has access to a lot of tech. And not only a lot of tech, but helps research and develop said tech that the Rangers eventually use. She has a distinct and unique advantage. So when you use the theory that she's hiding something, and maybe, obviously she's doing all this for some sort of motive. Let's just say it's because she's is tired of watching anime all the time, and wants the villains to win some and make it more interesting. It's just that role, that position. There's something about it that, I don't know, it just kind of speaks to me in a way. And I don't think she at all says who she is. And I think the twist is just going to be whatever it is. It's got to be something like,
she's an alien.
Yeah, I think someone in my comments put out a theory that they think that Yumeko could be one of the former bosses. There was another cool theory that somebody had too, that the Rangers
would be cool,
or the Dragon Keepers were the former bosses of the Invaders, but turned coat and wanted to enslave the human race and the Invaders, which that would be pretty interesting. But
Yeah.
There's something about her, man.
It's the dead eyes.
It is. And the
It's
fact
the
that
dead pools of black ink.
yeah, and the fact she's at the ready to cut off Dee's head at any moment.
Oh yeah, she had no hesitation whatsoever. Just shoot, 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 multiple times with a butter knife.
Yeah. How weak they are. Also, how good she is at doing that, by the way. Something tells me she's good at fighting, too.
That or she really likes her breakfast.
She loves
fucking
omelets.
pancakes, man. Pancakes. She was eating pancakes.
That was pancakes? I thought that was an omelet.
I'm pretty sure it was a pancake.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because this is anime. You either choke on pancakes or you really love and eat them.
Yeah, she seems to be one of those characters that's into sweets a lot, if that's the case, because she...
but she ain't that sweet.
Yeah, she's not that sweet. Maybe that's why she eats the sweets. It's her lack of sweetness inside of
Just
her
balances it out.
Or maybe that's like, since she's got those dead eyes, maybe that's the only thing that she enjoys in life is dessert. That'd be pretty depressing.
Yeah. Oh well.
What do
Fuck
you?
her. No, I'm kidding.
What do you? When Dee was crawling through the vent, she was teasing him, and it was like, "Oh, I think I need to get you an award of some kind. You did so well today." And obviously, he's just like, "Stop teasing me, fuck off." But what do you get an invader as a gift?
A kiss on the cheek, and then he like breaks apart.
Well, no, they're from a different planet. They don't even like.
Well, he would have to have some sort of emotion because he blushed when she brought it up. So I would assume a kiss would be as good as any.
I would say an Xbox.
What year is this? What kind of Xbox we talking?
I don't know. There's gaming PCs, so maybe get him a gaming PC. Like Yellow Ranger is.
Get him a fucking emulator.
Yeah, get him an emulator. Fire Emblem. He'd play Fire Emblem. I think D would be.
Get him a Steam Deck.
Yeah, Steam Deck. D's is gonna be like, "Oh, the savings, all these Steam sales."
It just turns into a different show. He turns into an otaku.
Yeah, I find it very interesting. Yumeko is a very interesting character just because she's so mysterious, and I like how subtle it is too. It's not overtly like the focus. Your focus is not at all on her. It's obviously on D, and so it's really interesting. How her character just kind of, she's kind of sort of sly in that way, but really interested to see where her character goes. Sasi, do you have anything to say? Any espousing you'd like to?
Any Yumeko slurpins?
Yeah. Any truths you'd like to give us?
So with Yumeko, one thing about her motivation, because you guys are saying like there's more to her, and I'm not saying I'm not confirming nor denying it. I'm just bringing a point that it could just be exactly what she said. If you remember, in One Punch Man, we got a similar character not a similar character, but a character with similar motivations. That being Garo.
Garo.
Who became a villain practically because as a kid, he didn't like that villains were always losing, and he liked the villains. So he became a villain so that he could seek out his fantasy where the villains are winning. So
that's true.
Yumeko's whole motivation with that analogy that she brought up with the romance series and the love rivals not being a factor and just the main couple always getting together no matter what. Her whole point is she likes underdogs, and in this instance the invaders are the underdogs because the Rangers hold all the power. They have the means to kill them all. They killed their bosses already. They are subjecting them to this this pony show. So not saying that is for her motivations, just that it could be, and maybe there's going to be some added layer, but as of right now we don't really know what's going on with her. But she leads D, of course, to stealing the divine artifacts, because these are the tools that can actually kill invaders. So they are the most dangerous part of the Rangers that we know of thus far. So taking these items out of the hands of the Dragon Keepers should be the goal for D and Yumeko, which by the end of it, we actually were able to disarm Sosei. So 1 out of 5 of the divine artifacts have been taken already, with a good trick from D, being able to disguise the divine tool as his arm, and then once the dust settled, it went back to him, and then he, of course, got the tool.
Yeah, that was a nice, unexpected little twist. I like that.
I thought it was really cool. After D died, they
He didn't die. He's alive.
he dead.
He's alive. He's not
dead?
dead.
He deader than dead. They put out a memorial for him.
When? That never happened.
When it was airing in Japan, they actually legit put out a in memoriam for D. Maybe it was on
dead,
Twitter.
though.
He did.
Why would the fact that they would kill off a main character that quick on episode 3? I don't think so. Too soon.
No. The dragon, the divine artifacts are the only things that can kill the invaders.
My heart says no.
Yeah, D is for dead. Just like how
No.
Invader F was for fat.
But the
It wasn't Invader C, the cute girl one. Who was what was her L? She was taking L's. So there you go.
But I don't know. Something just doesn't sit right with me, because he's in the intro. He's the look at me power, all that other jazz. I just can't see him being dead right now. Also, he got yeah, they did use the divine tool, and yeah, they did blow him up, but he still had one hand intact. I think he can regenerate if he still has the one hand, is my guess. Just saying. Stop it playing games with my heart.
He's pretty dead, but I mean,
He's not dead.
well, I mean, if
Who's
that is
taking
the
bet?
case.
Put a poll in the chat.
Well, I don't think we can because we have a Q&A.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Or no, we
you're
may be able
right.
to.
Well, no, don't screw it up if we got questions.
Okay, I think I
but
can. Is D dead? Daddy?
no, don't add the daddy.
I did.
Well, I cast my first vote.
Well, besides that, what do you think Yumeko's plan is? Just to collect all these divine artifacts?
The collecting of the divine take 2. The divine artifacts is interesting to me, because that's the thing that can kill the the dusters and whatnot. But something tells me maybe they're gonna like hack it and use it to their advantage, or maybe make them obsolete, or just have it all together to where you turn it against the Rangers. And because if it can only kill a Duster, why not switch it around and use it to kill a Ranger? That's the only thing I could think of.
But it'd probably be really good at making sandwich though. Or like
Yeah, it could slice up some meat. You're right.
like you know,
Cut the bread
cut the
and
bread,
the cheese.
and the you know, I think that's what she wants to use it for. It could cut into her sweets, her pancakes.
She just uses it for fucking pancakes this whole time. Just this big giant sword. She just goes to the. That's the only reason she wanted it. She wanted it to cut fucking pancakes.
They gotta over animate her doing it as well. They gotta make her look as gorgeous as possible, cutting through this pancake with this giant alien looking sword. That'd be funny. But
One thing I wanna also go ahead.
Continue, yeah. Sorry.
I was gonna say the one thing I just now thought of. Dee's not very good at disguising himself. He's good at replicating his face and voice and everything, but everybody seems to know who he is. You know what I mean? Like, who's that one guy that isn't attached to a squad?
Sakurama.
Sakurama was like, "I know it's you, you evildoer," and he was just like, "How'd you know?"
Yeah. He's pretty bad
And
at
then
disguise.
one of the Red Squadron people also, even though he made himself out to look like the leader, he just knew. He was like, "This guy's an imposter. You are an imposter, right? See?"
Oh my god. Well, you know what I think is really interesting about that, and what's notable is that Yumeko helped him with his confidence to kind of keep cool in that moment, because Tokita was kind of grilling him a little bit. But he was able to stick through, and the only reason that Tokita even knew is because he didn't smell like him.
You don't smell like ass.
You smell good. What the fuck? That is
You smell like you. You smell like you took a bath.
You don't smell like power. The shit.
Yeah, seriously. Freaking.
Well, let's just say, gotta say, Red Keeper, I think the Crepustorm brings it up. It was a really cool moment when Red realized what happened. Yeah, when he goes to reach for the sword and it withers away, turns into dust. Oh my god, I was like, fuck you, you piece of shit. You deserve that one, asshole.
I know. That's what I was saying. Ooh. Dee's alive.
Yeah, you did. Speaking of, let's end the poll now. Of 4 votes. 75% no, 25% yes.
We believe that he's not dead. I love how it's 4 votes, and all 3, all they were probably all by us.
I didn't vote.
See? Did you vote?
This is a democracy, Sansky. You have to partake, okay? A part of our electoral college of KOA. If we don't have 100% people voting, what is KOA anymore? It's a bunch of just savages?
A dictatorship.
Ooh. There's only one savage.
Oh, that's true. Satsu's the dictator.
I think with this episode, because we talked about Yumeko, D, and Sosei, the character that really didn't get focused, which I think he should get more focus, is Sakurama, because EA mentioned that he knows about D, but he also knows and isn't really doing anything with this information. He isn't telling on them. He isn't doing anything. And the reason why is because he wants to coexist with the invaders. So he's a very interesting character that could possibly be an antagonist at any time with this information, because it's not like D or Yumeko are going to kill him. In fact, Yumeko doesn't know that he knows, but he knows about D, and he knows now what Yumeko's ultimate goal is. So he is like this right now. He's like this big X factor going forward in the story.
For
He
sure.
really is. He really is. I love Sakurama, so I love his design. Such a great design. Someone pointed out he's got star eyes, which I didn't notice.
He's related to Oshinoko.
Oh man, is he the incest baby?
No, he's the good baby.
Oh,
He just doesn't know anything about personal space. But other than that, he's a good baby.
I do find it very telling of Sakurama's character that at the very beginning, when he heard all this stuff from D about how he rejects their organization and he wants to tear it down, and he basically says, well, that means you're fit to be a ranger, you should join, let's change it from the inside.
Yeah, that was a neat twist. He wasn't pissed. He was like, "You're hired, sir." Huh? What?
Reminded me a little bit of Code Geass in that moment, but I really like that about him because it shows how different he is from Yumeko, even though they both have similar end goals. I mean, Yumeko wants to destroy them. Sakurama wants to reform them, but basically at the end of the day, they want to change what the Rangers are and what the whole organization is and stands for, and make something meaningful out of it. Which honestly, I can see why D went with Yumeko, because D feels a lot of rage, and I feel like there is a certain for D, it probably is easier to vent that rage through basically infiltrating them and destroying them from the inside like that, rather than joining the Rangers and playing goody-goody and putting in the hard work and working up the ranks and all that stuff. And I can see why I wouldn't want to participate in something like that. So I feel like Sakurama maybe needs to work on his game a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe start with catering is free. Maybe start with that.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to pay for nothing. Everything's
Good benefits.
Good benefits, dental, medical, all paid for.
And you get a free tight outfit that you get to wear.
You get a free, really tight outfit. Get to show off all the curves, for sure.
Absolutely.
But man, that last fight scene was amazing.
Yeah,
very well. This is a well animated show.
It's probably the best animated show of this season.
Yeah, for sure. I
like that moment where his hand gets chopped off, and he picks up the water tank and throws it at him. But Red Keeper is
pretty
like,
cool.
I like baseball, and he just bats it away. And on top of that, simultaneously throws the lead pipe and beheads D right after. Oh, that was so good, man.
Yeah, D kind of held his own in a couple of fights, especially against that other red person. I mean, his head kept getting blown off. It reminded me of the episode of SpongeBob where Squidward kept getting hit in the face with snowballs. He's like, "Would you please stop throwing snowballs?" Just kept, no. Would you stop? I'm trying to. Yep, that's the sound of his head exploding every time. But then when he finally got the last one, he's like, "Now I got something, motherfucker." It's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry," and he whooped him. He
What was
beat
that one
him.
show? What was that one show where he claps and he goes dynamite like that?
Oh my god. Well, it's the show. The show referencing, I think, is Good Times. But you're talking about the one on Family Guy.
No, I think Good Times. Yeah.
Yeah. Why is my name Florida? that was from Family Guy. And then they don't know what to say, and he just goes, "Dynamite."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all around, pretty great episode. Yumeko, I am single. And I offer up myself to you.
Damn. You have no shame. Those eyes alone would murder you.
That's why I'm here.
Sasuke, surely you jest.
I didn't say anything.
You were thinking it.
Was I?
Would you let Yumiko ravish you like Sea Tactics?
That bitch is insane. No comment.
Okay, so you both are thirsty for Yumiko. I don't trust her. Her eyes are like fucking saucers. You can't. My granddaddy taught me well. If you see a woman with saucers for eyes, go the other way.
This is what he warned you us specifically, not like
Very specifically.
look both ways before you cross the street.
Nope.
Tie your shoes. He's like, yeah, watch out for the dead-eyed woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said it, and he said, and at this very moment, at this time, which I'm actually surprised. I lost a bet, so now I have to pay the old man.
Well, what did he tell you to say to these women if they approach you?
That's not going to happen.
He didn't quite say that. He said, whenever you see somebody that has dead eyes and everything, look them right in the face, put on a mask, get really close to them and say, "I'm Batman."
Oh no!
And then fly away.
Just fly away, like just start flailing your arms, and you actually start
Yep.
to take off. You actually start to fly.
No, you never do. Humans can't do that. See, you just pretend like you're flying away.
And you just stand there. You just stare at her in the eye. Just flash.
Yep. Trust me, someone like that looks like Yumiko. If I was to do something like that to her, she'd probably run away.
I don't know if Yumiko would run away from anything.
It depends. We don't know her fear yet.
Strawberries.
Her fear is probably being picked second in a contest or something. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm number 2.
¿Por qué?
Any other thoughts? I don't know if did we miss anything? What do you think, Satsi?
I don't think so.
One thing I want to say is just a manga to anime comparison. I'm noticing they're taking a lot of, or not really focusing on the comedy aspect of the series as much. At least that's the feeling I get. This is a minor scene, but I found it funny that they didn't include in there. So the restaurant scene where Yumiko cuts off Dee's head, she actually does that twice. She does it later after their dinner date thing, and it's kind of it became like a running gag almost that I found funny, but they didn't do it again.
Kind of like Inuyasha with Sit Boy or something.
I mean, it's not like a common occurrence. It's not as common as that, but yeah, in that realm.
He's just like, hey, could you tell me about the phew? There goes the head.
Oh we also forgot the after credits. Did we talk about the after credits?
There wasn't any after credits.
There was. There was a mysterious.
Oh yeah, those
figure.
plushies. That's right.
No, before that, there's an after credit sequence of some mysterious blue-looking fellow.
Oh
blowing people to
yeah.
bits. Looks to some now.
And it
boys.
it looked like it was a villain.
Yeah.
So is that like one of their bosses?
Maybe one of them survived.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the true
Holy
form
shit.
of Yumeko.
For sure. You still want her, see?
You know what? Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
I don't know you.
I don't know you.
That's my purse.
Well. Any other theories on who it may be?
It's I don't know. It's Joe Biden.
Joe. Oh my god.
He's just walking through. Hey, where's everyone going?
Well, let's go ahead.
Oh
Let's
my
get
gosh.
into
Don't get
my-
cheeky.
My other favorite show this season, The Fable. I think one of the most notable things about this series is that this fucking guy needs to get some goddamn air freshener in his car or roll down some windows. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. This is getting to a point where this man, I'm starting to suspect him doing some crazy shit in this car. We're talking like making meth. We're talking like pooping into a cup. My theories in my head are going wild because this man will not clean his vehicle.
I personally think it's just him. I think he stinks. He probably has BO or something, and thus his car stinks. Because the guy said it, and even the sister said that his car stinks.
Yeah. How in the fuck does this man get a date with someone like her? How does she step into the vehicle and go, wow, this smells bad, and continue to go on the date?
Wow.
Free food?
Yeah. You ain't never been out and about for free food?
Well, of course, yes, but I'm not. Listen.
I mean, wouldn't you put up with a stinky, smelly car if it meant you were going to get free alcohol, free food, and everything else?
Honestly, I don't think so.
That's a deal breaker.
I don't think so. I don't think I would.
What do you do in that moment then? Do you just go, something came up, gotta go?
No, man. You pull out the Glock.
You just kill him right then and there.
You fucking put a bullet in him, man. Get it over with.
Your car smells like shit. Man, that's a horrible way to go.
Yeah, should have fucking smelled good.
Speaking of this series, Satsuki, I have a question for you, sir.
What's up?
What's with all the nudity of this man?
It's true.
That's how he gets comfortable.
I don't like it. Why is he always naked? The first time I let it go because I was like, he's cleaning his gun, he's naked, whatever. Dude is working out naked. Dude is, I don't know, fighting with a bird naked. He got bit in the fucking balls. Serves him right. Put on some damn clothes. And I don't know, I don't understand why he just doesn't wear clothes. He needs to wear clothes.
Says you.
Says society.
I don't go to your house to tell you what you have to wear.
Very true. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I'm just looking at it as a viewer. If there was someone I wanted to see naked, at least let it be the girl. No, but no, we go ahead and we see him cleaning his pipe, sleeping in a bathtub naked. He sleeps in a fucking bathtub naked. This guy doesn't know. Well, I mean, I guess if he ever needs to take a shower, it's right there. It's probably an assassin thing, but dude's still naked, working out naked. Even that one guy came by, is like, dude, why are you working out in your birthday suit? Put some clothes on.
Just
Also,
relaxing.
Gotta say, that fucking scene where they go to the pet shop and he leaves the pet shop for a moment because he's being followed and goes on a fucking adventure, casually finishes it, walks back in as if nothing happens, picking up the conversation with her just directly after.
Mm-hmm.
Not missing a beat.
And he's a great actor. Oh God, run! These guys really want to whoop his ass. I mean, I thought they were gonna give him one beating, but this guy's like, no, we want to beat him till he never.
God, when he's leaning up against the pole, and they don't believe for a sec. They think he's mocking them because his stamina is clearly really good. Oh
Yeah,
man, this show's so fun.
They even said that thing. It's like, what is this guy's deal? Why are we after this man? Is there a reason? Can you tell me why? Oh, well, it's just their business. No, I want to know. This guy fell off a fucking bridge and survived.
He did. Dude, when he jumped over the bridge, I was like, what the fuck's about to happen? What crazy shit is about this guy about to do? And he jumps over, he hangs on the ledge, and then drops down and does a roll. And
Yes,
he just continues
and the kid,
running.
the kid's staring at him like, oh.
You know what would be really funny? I was thinking about this. What if he pretended to be gravely injured and run away? Like limping.
Oh, just
dragging
pretended
his
he
foot.
broke his ankle, and he's just like limping away, running. That would be funny if that's what happened.
That would be really
The kids
funny.
are going to think that they're going to be able to make a jump like that.
I
Like,
know.
That weird guy did it. Let me try.
He's a bad influence on children. He's like, well, if that guy did it, I could do it too. And that kid was never heard from again.
We still haven't recovered his body since.
I just want to say, so we finally got a guy. We finally got a name for the guy with no eyebrows, Takahashi. And they said how much this kickboxer guy was getting paid, and he's not being paid
Wasn't it
enough.
like I want to say, wasn't it like $50?
Yeah, I think it's less than that because I'm pretty. Yeah, he said 5,000 yen.
Yeah. So
Which in rough. All
right, let me see what 5,000 yen would be now.
It's going to be 400 or something.
All right, so
Probably 470 something.
oh my God,
guess.
give me a site that fucking works. Okay, thank you. 5,000 yen. Oh my God, block pop-ups. Go the fuck away. Sorry.
This is a task.
$32.30.
Oh, even worse.
$32.30. That's 5,000 yen converted to US dollars. He's getting paid so shitty to even try to beat up this guy. Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I'd be like, first of all, I need more. Second of all, this guy is a loose cannon. There ain't no. This guy's not normal. I need more.
Yeah. So they're not being properly compensated for this because I mean what he's doing is illegal. You can't just walk around just beating someone's ass because you're ordered to.
Where's the police?
Uh,
Why are they? They're always around whenever somebody asks a little kid for directions, but they're never around when someone's getting their ass whooped in Central Park or whatever.
donut store still open.
Donut store. You're right though. Oh yeah. Hey, there's a man minding his own business. Let's roll. Let's get him.
Bro, baby.
But sir, there's a man over there getting chased.
I
Yeah,
found it-
just
I
let
found
him
it,
go.
There's a little bit of a kind of poignant moment in this episode where after they buy the parrot, they go home or whatever, and he says the parrot will live like a certain amount of years. I forget the amount of years, but he says
30 to 40. They
Akira,
do live a long time.
Akira basically says that the parrot's going to live longer than him, which is
I mean,
kind of depressing considering the
Yeah.
line of work that he's in and the fact that he's
Right.
just saying that.
mm-hmm.
Also, his name is Captain.
The bird?
Yeah, the bird.
Oh yeah, he did call it. Like he named every name. Hawk, sir, but he just named a whole bunch of names. And he's like Captain. He flew right on his head and took a shit.
Oh shit! AA Ron in the chat says, "Howdy lads, how you doing?" AA Ron.
Yo.
What's good, AA Ron?
Shout out to Captain though. He asserted his dominance. First day of him being in this new location, flies on the owner's head, proceeds to take a shit on him, proceeds to fight him, bite his dick, retreat, and win the battle.
Yeah.
Win the
Now,
battle.
do you think he bit his dick and balls, or just balls or dick?
I mean, he took pubic hair, so
Oh, yeah. He definitely went for the balls then.
That's no bueno.
He crushed the testes.
That's personal.
I just like how
That's personal.
any normal person after getting bit in the dick by a parrot, which normal people wouldn't get bit in the dick by a parrot, but if a normal person experienced that, they would be very mad or something, maybe even crying on the floor of pain. But Akira being Akira goes, "Damn, Captain." he's just impressed. He's just impressed. He's like, "Way to go, guy."
He's just impressed that he got a bird that is so strong and badass that he's willing to bite his master in the dick.
It's
incredible.
Says one of the first names he considered was Jackal. That's funny too.
He loves that jackal. He glances at him no matter what he's in, whether it's a commercial, a movie, TV shows, nothing. He's just it's Jackal.
So one thing that gives him joy.
Maybe that's who he
Yeah,
is. Maybe that's going to be his romantic partner in this series is Jackal.
It's Jackal.
What happened to that woman?
Yeah, she showed up in the first. I think the last episode, and we never saw her again. I'm just like, please don't tell me that was. Yeah. Just introduce a character to never show her again. I'd literally be like, what?
Guess she wasn't meant to be. She was no Jackal anyways.
Yeah, I think this man would go gay for Jackal. I mean, maybe he is gay. I don't know. He's like, Jackal, I want to do something that involves the word Jack, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you see, when a man and a man love each other.
Oh. You mean watch JoJo together?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
They start
watch JoJo
posing.
together.
Ooh, here, and they get lathered up and get the grease and oil and shit. But the way that this show ended. What is this dude's problem? And I'm talking about who is he supposed to be? He's not. Is he like one of the? He's a yakuza, I know, but he's not the boss of the yakuza. Is he like a second in command or something?
I'm assuming you're talking about Ebby, the
Yeah.
heavy set guy.
Yeah, him.
He's the captain. So I don't have like a yakuza hierarchy thing in front of me, but
You don't have a tier list?
yeah, I don't have one in front of me, but he's not necessarily second in command because there are other people with the same role, but he would be the second tier, if that makes sense. So not second in command, but the second line of he would be in the run. Like if something were to happen to the main guy, he would be in a running to be the boss, but he wouldn't necessarily be the boss.
Okay. So basically, if we were to look at this as, I don't know, like president, vice president, speaker of the house. He's a speaker of the house type person.
I would make it even more simpler than that and go like, you have your supervisor, and then you have your managers.
Okay.
And then you have your employees.
Okay, so he's a supervisor.
Yeah, Takahashi will be a regular employee just doing grunt work. Ebby would be the manager, and then the other guy would be the supervisor.
Okay. So, now that we got that out of the way, what's this guy's deal? He just doesn't he's not convinced that he's Jackal. They're supposed to be laying low for a year, and I understand the previous episode, I think is what it was. He's like, I don't want his kind. I don't want him in this town. But it's like, don't you guys kind of work in the same department? It's a year, and you don't have to deal with him. It's not like you have to hire him to kill anybody. He's just laying low for a year, and then after that, he's gone. I'm just like, what's this guy's deal? I don't know.
He's very skeptical, it seems.
He really is. And now he wants him to beat up some strong dude, and I almost feel like it's a setup. I almost feel like it's a way to kind of get Akira in trouble so that he can snitch to his higher-ups and go, look! He did it. He fought somebody within the year. See? But,
what do you think he's going to do to the guy? I mean, do you think he's going to kill him?
See, that's the thing. Akira mentioned in this episode that he actually likes it here in the town that they're in. So I feel as if he doesn't want to kind of ruin what he has because he's doing everything in his power to not screw it up. He's doing all the right things. He's not fighting back. He's not. He's trying to avoid trouble, even though trouble seems to find him. But I don't think he kills him. I think he really wants to stick to the plan, unless for some reason he's forced to. But even then, this is Akira. He's one of the best assassins. He's the Fable. So I don't think he kills him.
Okay.
But it's just, I don't know, it's just so weird because it almost seems like this guy's making something out of nothing. Something that really isn't an issue.
Yeah, he's definitely setting himself up. Because Akira's just kind of chilling, Yoko's just kind of chilling, and he's making opportunities to create the problem that he's trying to avoid. So there's that.
And something tells me if he gets pushed too hard, he's gonna take it out on old fat man. He can only be pushed so far until he pushes back. But then when that happens, it's going to turn into a whole mess of things. I told you not to kill anybody. Not only did you kill somebody, you killed one of our own, and I mean, yeah.
Ebby goes on his boomerang once again against
Boomerang.
against Takahashi.
You kids.
Where he's trying to get information on Akira, so he devises the brilliant plan to get Takahashi, the guy with no eyebrows and not, for all intents and purposes, not a very conventionally attractive guy, to go ask out Yoko, who's kind of the opposite in the appearance, the factor, to go ask her out and find out more information about Akira. And then Takahashi, realizing his shortcomings, is like, I don't really know. I don't really know about this. I don't think it's gonna work. And then Ebby's like, that's what's wrong with your generation.
That's what's wrong with your generation. You guys are ugly. What?
Like, oh my god, it's so stupid. I mean, he ends up asking her out, and she accepts, of course. But you're going to see more of Yoko's personality. But for what we see thus far, she's like, I might as well take it. I mean, free food, why not? I guess I can see more of the city. So whatever. And then two, I think another factor of why she accepted is because she knows that there's some bigger ploy to this, because she relays this information immediately to Akira. So you wouldn't do that unless you thought that there was something suspicious going on. So even though Yoko seems very unassuming at times, as I said, like episode 1, she is not every bit of an assassin as Akira, but she is in the same organization. So with that comes street smarts and, ability to maneuver through difficult situations. So she doesn't know what's going on, but she's aware that something weird is going on.
Right. I liked also how when they had those scenes with Yoko was how it kind of showed her thought process behind everything, how they kind of did it the same with Akira in episode 2, I think it was, where he was like going, this guy's gonna punch, if I do this with my head I'll break his knuckles. She was doing the same thing, but just maybe not so much in the violent way, but just kind of like feeling this guy out and trying to see what that ulterior motive was. And I like the contrast. I thought that was really neat.
This is funny seeing her tear him apart.
Like,
first thing
in her mind.
Yeah, she's like, this ain't a Benz. She steps in the car. Okay, it smells weird. Oh, I'm gonna take you to this meat place. Broke ass.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to this buffet. He brought a coupon.
Yeah, so it's safe to say she doesn't seem to be too interested. But who knows? Maybe his charming personality can win her over.
Oh yes. His very charming. My car stinks. Do you like me?
The key to a woman's heart is laughter. So who knows? He could, hey, tell a good joke, Takahashi.
Yeah.
It's like,
or take her to a show. You never know.
Yeah. Just to say, you want to know how I lost these eyebrows? My father was a drinker.
Oh my god! I mean, he got Harley Quinn, so
he really loved to breathe fire.
And he did it, laughing as he said, "Why so serious?" And then he,
why so serious? You got to do the licking lip.
Also surprised.
And he said,
"Oh,
go ahead."
No, I was just gonna say, put a smile on that face. All right, continue.
Also surprised that he didn't go for the coffee date first. He went straight for the dinner. Interesting.
Yeah, he had a coupon. He had to use it. It was going to expire.
Yes. Well, any other thoughts? Any other things we missed?
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely very interested in this. You know what I realized just now? We haven't been killing or passing shows, and today was supposed to be kill or pass.
Oh, that's true.
I feel like we were supposed to do that last week too, and we forgot.
Well,
Yeah, it was supposed to be the Fable, and it was supposed to be Ranger Reject.
Oh, dang it.
well, okay, so
We are not living up to our show standards, guys.
so we're
The
killing these
show's a
shows,
lie.
right? These shows are stupid.
Everything we stand for.
Yep. We're just going to kill everything and end the series now. This is our last episode, guys.
Yeah, what we're on 249?
I think
Is
so.
that what Decrepit Storm says? Yeah.
Man, we were one episode short for 250.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And this is our last one.
It's crazy. Decrepit Storm's also the only one that cares about that milestone, so it sucks for him. Damn. Couldn't be me. Oh well.
That's life.
No.
Is that a lighter?
Oh yeah, I have a lighter. Yeah. I use
That's what it
to-
sounds
it's
like.
my fidget spinner. That's literally what I use it for.
Don't burn nothing.
One last thing I
It's
wanted
got
to
nothing in
mention.
it.
Oh, okay.
We don't really see much from the boss or like physically see him too much other than episode 1, but I thought it was kind of telling through his text that he was sending through to Akira and Yoko. He was using the like jackal emojis or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know that he's the one who basically raised Yoko and taught Akira, so he has this almost father like role to these two. You know, he's trying to relate to Akira, who is kind of like a psychopath.
Yeah, I think dude walks around fucking naked, works out naked, doesn't even give a fuck. The dude is literally psycho.
His
I like
girlfriend's
how-
gonna fix him.
Oh, EA, you mentioned that you didn't know whether or not like which way he swung, but I think this episode answered that because when Ebby was inviting him out,
Oh yeah, he did say that.
he was
You're
like,
right.
he was like, I don't know, but
He's like, yo, I don't swing that way. He's like, not that, you idiots. But yes, Light Ruler. It wasn't right the first 20 times you said it. Why in the hell would it be right the next
Jackal,
God.
jackal. It's a jackal. Jackal, jackal. It's a jackal.
time? And I love that, how Stewie's just like, it wasn't right the first time you said it. Why the hell would it be right the other 50? God.
Leo.
God damn it.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it.
She's great.
Well, with that, it is time to move on. To questions.
Hit the wrong. Viewer, questions, viewer.
Got pretty much a lot of questions from Ellie, some from Lightlore, some from AA Ron and QRW6. Very, very cute, very nice. Oh wait. There's some at the very top that I can't read. Thanks, YouTube. Wait, what if I pop out chat? God, you really did improve this Q&A bit. Tell you.
Do the best you can.
I will be back.
Oh, here we go. Trayvon asks, favorite and least favorite anime tropes. I feel like we've gotten this question. But
We probably have. I guess we could stall for time. But for me, my favorite anime trope, I love the tournament arcs. Tournament arcs are just some of the best. And it's, I don't know, it could be any type of series. We watched it recently in Frieren, and it was one of my favorite things in it. But yeah, tournament arcs. What is my least favorite anime trope? Lollies. I hate lollies.
Yeah, my least favorite is lollies too. But my favorite, I don't know if this is exactly a trope, but it's like one of my favorite things is like a good revenge storyline. So I really like that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Satsuki, what is your favorite and least favorite anime tropes?
Favorite anime trope? I don't know. This caught me off guard. Favorite anime trope.
Or at least, what's your least favorite?
Least favorite?
Yeah.
Ooh, it has to be something with the romance genre because it's a lot that I hate. I would say any interruption in romance, like a very
Ooh.
telegraphed interruption where you look at it and you go, well, I'm just waiting for this moment to happen, and then it happens.
Mhm.
To me, that's a sign of a very mediocre romance series. Sometimes it could work out. Sometimes a good romance series has that too, but usually for me, that's a telltale sign that I'm not going to really enjoy it. I guess this isn't really a trope, I guess, but it's something that I enjoy that I probably shouldn't enjoy as much. I really like when because we know in Japanese culture, like calling somebody by their first name is a very intimate thing. We don't really think anything of it because we don't refer to people by their last names, and we don't use honorifics, of course. Um, but I really like it when couples get together, they change from using their last name to their first name, and then it's like this big change. Like that's a milestone in their relationship. It happens a lot, and for me, it usually always there's some satisfaction when I hear it.
Nice.
You know, when you go from the let's say QQ, you go from the Usugi-san to the Fukun.
Mhm.
It's a different feeling.
Satsuki-kun?
I'm blushing.
Damn. Next question from this guy named Everything Animated. Don't know who that is. He says, asks, tell me, is Mookie okay? What does that mean?
It's from Space Ghost Coast to Coast. It's if you don't know, then it would be weird explaining it. I was just being goofy.
Well, next question is from Land Game BR. He says, he asks, no.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Lightning Eagle, one of his first of many questions, says, help Sea Tactics. Your wife, Shy Lily, has a weapon to my head and won't let me go till you admit your love and sign that Gamer Subs marriage papers. Will you be a friend and save my life? His
That's
next
the first
question.
time you admitted it on the air about Shy Lily.
Me? Admit what?
Or not admitted. I mean mention Shy Lily.
Well, I mean, my wife isn't Shy Lily, so I don't know what he's talking about. So I'm just gonna let him die. Next question. Taiga from Fate and Himeno from Fate are having a drink off. Wait, I think you mean Himeno from Chainsaw Man. They both get alcohol poisoning. You only have room in your car for only one to save from death. Who do you save? If you save both, they die. Oh, that's easy, Himeno. What do you get? What do you guys pick? Taiga or Himeno?
Wait, Tiger from Fate?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, okay. I don't. Who's Taiga again? Is that the teacher?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
the teacher.
I'll save the teacher.
You know what's funny? I like Himeno better, more than Tiger, but I would say Tiger just because Tiger's a less piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey,
Agreed.
Hey. Let's not say stuff we don't mean that we're gonna come to regret later on.
I mean it.
Okay, Kazuma.
Well, next question from Ellie as well. Hello, radio host. I am married to Darkness La Latina. We have an amazing sex life. However, I'm trying to spice things up. The sex dungeon has gotten a little stale. What should we do? Skydiving.
Okay, this is where I'm an expert at. So, How are you, Ellie, when it comes to whipped cream and chocolate sauce?
How is he?
Because, like, what I'm saying is, are you comfortable with it? Because if you're comfortable with it, use it. And if you want to know how to use it, just DM me.
There they go from the sex god himself.
Yeah, the sex god
I'm the
himself.
sex god.
You would know. He's probably having more sex than me at the very least. So,
I'm the sex god.
first
I have no
question
unibrow.
from Light Ruler tonight: who would win in a drinking competition, Satsuki or Aqua?
Aqua can literally drink gallons of alcohol.
Yeah.
I've never done anything like that.
I feel like Aqua can. You see that big fucking bottle? It's like this big, and she drinks the whole thing clean, and then all of a sudden, she's still standing. I don't know how she's not dead.
Well, next question.
Normally, I say I am the chocolate. Well, now you need to get some whipped cream.
Light Roller asks, Kazuma is making money off lighters. What invention would you make to get some money?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, if I was in this world, like, what would I invent from the modern world?
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, I like the lighters idea because it's very simple. Well, to me, I want to make it like more realistic. Like, what do I think I could possibly do given enough time? Because, of course, you could say a phone or whatever. I don't have the facilities to make a phone. What is something simple that they don't have that would?
I'm gonna say a
I
mailbox.
gotta think about this.
You said a mailbox?
Yeah, a mailbox. Seems simple enough, right? But once you don't have one, things get a little bit more complicated.
You know what you could totally do? Since a lot of them don't know anything about the previous world, you could totally rip off a bunch of things. You could create manga and movies and all kinds of stuff in books and call them your own, and you would reap the benefits of all the popular series.
We'll make deodorant.
It's a good one too.
Probably very needed. Next question from Lightning Eagle. He asks, whose eyes are more soulless, Yumeko or Mami Nanami? Mami Nanami.
Who's that?
Rent a
Look
Girlfriend?
up Mami Nanami.
Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh,
Your favorite.
Fuck me. Fucking Yumiko's eyes are soulless, but I hate Mami Nanami.
I mean, but
rot in a pit of hell.
Mommy's doesn't stay like that. Yumiko's that's not like a stylistic change whenever she's supposed to be serious. That's just how she looks constantly.
Yeah, but Yumiko's hot.
She wakes up, dilated eyes. Whenever if she ever goes to the fucking eye doctor, she would never have to worry about her eyes being dilated because they already are.
Ma'am, you don't have your eyes don't work. How are you seeing? Oh well,
I just can.
I just see. I smell your fear. I'm like Daredevil.
Daredevil, okay, but yeah, fuck Mami Nanami. That's all I say.
Yeah, fuck her. Yumiko all the way. Best girl. QRW6 asks, have y'all seen Root of Odd Taxi? It's a live-action spin-off side story of Odd Taxi. It does enhance the main story, and it's on Crunchyroll. It's worth watching.
It's a live action?
Yeah, I don't see why.
I have never heard of that.
Never heard of it either.
Is it is it CG? Are they all animals still? That's crazy. No, I haven't seen it. They're in furry costumes. It's right up your alley, see?
I'm not a furry, though.
No, but you like them.
Polo isn't a furry. She's a goddess. Light Ruler asks, which restaurant are you taking the sister to? I assume Yoko from the Fable. Well, she clearly wasn't impressed by this guy, so we know what to not take her to.
I'm going to Burger King.
She's probably going to kill you straight up.
I feel like with Yoko, it's gonna have to be the fair or like an amusement park or an attraction of some kind.
I mean, it's probably not a great idea. Like, I don't think a restaurant is a great idea for a first date. You can talk a lot, so it's not like the worst thing. I think a movie is one of the worst for a first date. But
it's horrible.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
For a first date, yeah.
I mean, come on. You got to do the hole in the popcorn trick.
What?
Y'all never did the hole in the popcorn trick?
The what?
A hole in the popcorn. She reaches in to grab some popcorn, and all of a sudden she gets a little surprise. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You know
That impresses all the ladies. You don't know that?
This is like the intro to a porno?
No, it's called popcorn surprise.
My ears must not be working right. I don't believe it.
Well, mine aren't for sure. I got ear damage.
It's true. Let's start a. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna stop.
Let's start a union.
Let's start a popcorn union.
The popcock.
The popcock.
The cockcorn.
The cock. Both are great. Both are really great names.
The poppycock.
The poppycock. Man, and you want the butter and the salt on top? It's already there for you, baby.
It sounds like the messiest, weirdest, worst time ever.
What is that lady's head in popcorn? Why is her head?
She really likes the popcorn.
I'm so confused.
She really likes the popcorn.
I don't even know what we were talking about. What was the point?
Which restaurant are you bringing Yoko?
What position do you?
Oh, they said specifically restaurant, or was it just date?
Yeah, I said Burger King.
They said restaurant, but I went.
Okay,
I ignored those.
Okay. I mean, she seems to like more high class places. That ain't in my budget. The highest you can get is Olive Garden.
Hey, Olive Garden pretty good though.
I mean, yeah, it's good.
That ain't no slouch. That's a tried and true.
Yeah, we're not going to the restaurants where you're paying $500 for a square of meat with a leaf on top.
Yeah. Also the fact that you're an assassin, or at least in the organization of that, I'm risking enough already.
It's all good because you like her.
I mean, I don't know if she's my type, but
what's your type, C-Tactics?
Probably not.
The one with the most fur.
I'm not a furry though.
You didn't deny it.
I want to say you talk about Horo's tail.
Well, yeah, it's Horo.
Y'all can't deny it. I'm a rider. You don't want with me. Switching lanes.
Anyways, next question from Aaron. Are you folks watching Kaiju number 8? I am. I don't know if these two are or not.
I haven't gotten around to it. I haven't heard it. Well, I would say I haven't heard anything about it. Well, okay, I heard about it from you, but I haven't watched anything as far as episodes and stuff. Is it any good, see?
First episode was pretty good, yeah. If you like Kaiju, it's really good.
Oh, I love Kaiju. Well, yeah. I might have to check it out.
There's this one part, and this is the only thing I'll talk about. But there's this one part after they kill a giant kaiju, and they have to clean it up, and they go over that process. It's really interesting.
Oh,
Blood.
that is
everywhere.
interesting.
Like part of the city's covered in blood. Super cool. Next question from AA Ron as well. Have you guys watched Spy Family Code White? I saw it on the 19th when it came out in theaters with my mother and my aunt, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great showcase of Yor. I think she's probably the best character in the series at this point, besides Anya. It was a really fun film. It was pretty fun. I definitely recommend going to see it if you can. It's definitely as good as the stuff from season 2, in my opinion. It's clearly a filler film, though. Like, it's clearly very much not attached to the story at all. Have you guys seen it?
So I plan to see it. So it's its own original thing. It has no relation to the manga.
Yeah, like a Dragon Ball Z movie from back in the day.
Ah, okay. But yeah, I do plan to watch it. I just don't know when. Busy man.
What about you, Satsuki? You plan to watch Spy Family Code White?
Probably not. Unless it's somebody else's idea to watch it or something. I don't think I'm gonna do it on my own. I don't really have any incentive.
Doke. Lightning Eagle asks, like the last show you watched, you are on a date and can hear every negative thoughts on the date. She is technically being polite. Could you date her, or do you judge her for her thought? I mean, it's only natural to judge someone.
Especially if you can read her thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an invasion of privacy. I guess not. I guess I'd not. I guess I'd. I don't think I'd have to. I don't think I could go through that date. I think that would be unfair. Kind of an invasion of privacy.
Yeah, it would be like in Baldur's Gate 3 where you're sharing a tadpole. And then you're not sharing a tadpole. You both have a tadpole and you're sharing each other's thoughts. And you know it like instantly.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy.
It'd be
no secrets.
It would punk me out. And the fact that she wouldn't know what I was thinking, but I would know what she was thinking, I don't know, I couldn't do it. It feels
especially
inauthentic.
Especially with what she would say. You don't know what she's gonna say. It's like, man, this guy looks like a bum.
and you know what? I'd probably be like, you're probably thinking right now I look like a bum, don't you?
Just to fuck with her.
That's pretty fair.
just be like, she's asking you a question, so what's your favorite? And then she like has it in her mind, you go, well, I've always had a thing for kittens. Exactly. And then she freaks out like that, and you're just like,
no, EA, you have to watch this game. Oh my god.
Hold on. Let me see. Oh shit! They were blowing them the fuck out earlier. What happened?
They came all the way back. This is crazy.
That is crazy. Beat LA.
They were able to read their minds. They're on a date right now.
That's what happened. How many more questions, see?
One more from AA Ron says, will you
Nice.
ever bring a guest on an upcoming episode?
No, we don't like
question.
people.
Yeah, fuck them, man. They're all these shitty ass content creators with their goddamn stupid fucking dumb takes and their idiotic dumbass videos and their stupid fucking comment section with their idiotic fans and their dumb looking dummies and they're idiots and they're stupid and they smell like they're stupid and you can look
They
at
smell
them
like
and
they're stupid
because they look like they're stupid and they are stupid and you just
How do you smell stupid?
Content creators are the worst, man.
So now that Sea Tactics has done scorched earth on us ever getting a guest on this show, I've been trying to get in contact with some people to get on, and what I only say is voice actors, But here's the thing: voice actors don't like to talk to people on Twitter. They like to because hey, who likes to talk to people on Twitter? And everything else is just I don't know. You have to like contact their agent or whatever. But I was trying to talk to some people just to see about if we could do a little Q&A with them. I think that would be really cool for the channel. But it is what it is.
We're gonna
maybe someday
is gonna be Decrepit Storm.
Hey, hold on. Where's Decrepit Storm? Yay! Maybe we can bring Ellie onto the channel. Or Rising Sun Reviews. Or Hollow/Pyrex. And let me think, who else? Those are the only really ones I could think of. Maybe Kyle's McGiles?
Wrong.
Or not. sorry, Kyles. If you ever want to come on this show, it's a big no. Okay.
Well, EA.
Yes, my good buddy, who's also a furry but pretends that he's not.
I'm definitely not a furry. Where can they find you?
You can find me over at my channel, Everything Animated, where we talk about, you guessed it, absolute fuck all. It's a work in progress. I'm not saying I'll never post anything on my channel.
One of these whips.
It's just... Yeah, whip. Did you say a whip?
Yeah, work in progress. A whip.
Oh,
WIP.
I never heard of that. No, I have heard of that. I guess I just never knew what it meant. I'm so dumb. But yeah, work in progress. I'm dropping some stuff in the chat here. We have a Patreon where we talk about a few things. We do need to add some stuff to the Patreon, but for right now, what we have is a KOA video game special. We had a very good discussion about video games. A Madoka Magica Rebellion KOA plus special. And of course, Sasuke and I's Drunken Podcast, where we just talk about our drunken adventures of accidentally running into a furry convention. Whoa, wacky shenanigans happen. Find me there. We also have a Twitter. So if you were ever curious of when we go live, I post it every time we go live. Sometimes we do a majority of Monday streams. Sometimes we don't do Mondays. And if you're ever available on days that aren't Mondays, it's always good to follow. That way you know when we go live. So like, share, subscribe, comment, and also real quick about this channel, King of Anime Podcast. We are literally so close to achieving our watch hours and getting this whole channel monetized. Last time I checked, we were literally 200 watch hours away. So close, like just inches away. So, any of y'all, if this is your first time watching this and you want to go back and watch our old stuff, hell, play it in the background. I don't give a fuck. Just anything to bring up the watch time. We truly appreciate it. So, do what you can, and we'll see you next time.
Sasuke, where can they find ya?
Sasuke the Savage. You can find me on my main channel, Sasuke the Savage, YouTube, Twitch, Sasuke the Savage. That's with a DA, not a THE. Play various games. Fire Emblem, Persona 3 Reloaded soon. Stellar Blade this week. That's it for me. This game is crazy, so I'm about to mute.
Well, as for me, as my thing goes crazy there, tomorrow, Chainsaw Man video coming out on the second channel, Bento. That's going to be super freaking hype. Cannot wait for it. And as well, today I put out a video on Rage or Reject and my first reactions to All Might versus AFO and My Hero Academia Season 3. Nobody cared or watched it, so I doubt any of you would, but if you do, definitely go check it out. Other than that, thanks everybody for watching. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Johnny.